No, Arabella, like, we're live.
Hi guys.
Okay.
Hi.
We already got a comment, but no followers.
We're waiting for people to join us. You guys are sitting with my mama, and my girls are behind the camera. And Arabella.
Arabella says yes, she's down here.
Arabella is laying here at our feet. Guide dog Arabella.
Go to bed and we'll get you up. He's going up at 2:30.
My daddy just went to bed because the girls and I are flying back home. We're in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're flying back home to Portland, Oregon at 5:45 a.m.
So we have to get up at 2:30. Yeah,
and we're really not going to go to bed because we have to pack and get ready. We just came back, we just got back into town at my mom and dad's. We've been on like a little overnight road trip. We went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I have one sister who lives here, who you guys have seen in some of my videos, Leah. And then my other sister, Laura, and her husband and daughter live in Knoxville. Maryville, Tennessee, which is close to Pigeon Forge. So we all got together and had some fun today. And yeah, so that was really good. Just had some good family time. And so we just got back home. We tried to do a live video earlier when we were traveling in the car, but the reception was horrible. But you guys, I just wanted you guys to meet my mama if you haven't met her before, and to kind of hear her story a little bit of what she's been going through, so you guys can continue lifting her up in your prayers and keeping her in your thoughts as she goes throughout this next week. She's starting her chemo Tuesday, April 9th, and she was diagnosed with stomach cancer.
Well, cervical cancer.
It was first cervical cancer.
Still cervical cancer, but it just moved.
Okay, so cervical cancer a year and 3 months ago, and then was cancer free.
Yes.
And then on February,
I felt something not normal, which wasn't bad. It's just the fact that, you know, I just felt something was a little off. And so I said, well, I need to go call my doctor just to talk to him. And they said, come in, do a PET scan. And when I did, that's when they found out that it had already spread into my stomach. And so we took it from there to surgery. And so now I've got my port in.
She's got her port on Tuesday.
That's uncomfortable still. And then Tuesday, here we go.
Yep. And you're going to fight this?
I'm very nauseated, very weak, no appetite, and it's been rough.
It's been really hard. I know Mom has had a hard week. She really would want to be with us and do fun stuff, and so some of my videos you guys have been seeing hasn't had her in them, and that's because she has been so sick and not feeling up to doing anything. Today we had her in a wheelchair and
was able to get to see the girls.
Was able to get out with us for a little bit and just to be with us for just some
continued prayers.
Yeah, but I asked her if she would just chat with you guys and answer some questions. I know some of you have asked me in the past a lot of questions about my parents and what it was like for them raising me and with my challenges, and so this is an opportunity for you guys just to ask some things that my mama would give you better insight into. And I've been living with blindness since the age of 3,
as you know.
As I know. At least that's when I was diagnosed with an eye disease at the age of 3. I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis and uveitis. So a lot of people don't know that.
They don't know how I found it or anything like that.
So arthritis is something that a lot of people hear is just an old person's disease, but actually arthritis can affect children. It actually, there's 300,000 children in our country right now living with juvenile arthritis, including my 2 daughters, Isabel and Georgiana. And a lot of people don't know that it also can cause blindness. And first of all, like when you want to tell the story how you found out, I was going to just to kind of give people a backstory on that.
So it was around Christmas time. I went to get their portraits made, her and her sister. It was only 2 at the time. There's another, they got another sibling.
My sister,
But at the time, it's just the 2. They were 12 months and 5 days apart. Joy was always kind of a sickly child. She always got things, had her tonsils out at her adenoids out at 2, had pneumonia 2, ear infections 9 months old, tubes in her ears twice. Child was always got something, and so so anyway, I knew she was always picking up a lot of things where her sister didn't. And also, she was a little clumsy, we thought, you know.
I'm still clumsy, you guys.
So, really didn't think that much about it. And so, like I say, I went and got portraits made for Christmas. And I noticed that one of her eyes was inflamed.
Red, yeah.
So, but then I didn't think much about it because it went away the next day. So, that went on for a couple of weeks. I got inflamed again. Didn't last but that day. And so that it went on for about a couple months, just the oddness. And it wasn't like it wasn't happening every week, it wasn't happening every 2 weeks. It just happened like maybe once a month, or, you know, it was not like something like, I said, well, this is not right, this shouldn't be happening. But one day, I already made the appointment to see the eye doctor, ophthalmologist. And we lived in a small town. Y'all know where Murphy Oil is located in El Dorado, Arkansas.
I'm an Arkansas girl, y'all.
That's where all the oil wells are. And so, anyway, we had a pool in the backyard, but I don't know that's another story. So, so anyway, I took her. Well, me back up. So one day I was in the car driving, and Joy was in the seat, and the way the sun hit her eye, I said, it looks dull.
This right eye, right, Mom?
Yes.
My right eye. This was my bad eye.
And I said, well, I already had your appointment set to see the doctor.
It just looked dull.
Just dull. It wasn't shiny.
My left eye looked glossy.
Yeah, glossy. So anyway, so I went to the ophthalmologist. I can't remember. I think I went by myself. I don't know if Daddy went or not. I can't remember. And by this time, she's 3. And so, because she was born in May. And so, this is May 2nd, so this was, you know, early, probably in April, we found out what was going on. But anyway, so we went to the doctor, and of course, I'm not expecting anything major. But even in a small town, how many years ago? 38 years ago, this doctor was right on the money. He said, and this just blew me away. He said, your daughter's going blind. And man, did that hit me like somebody just knocked me down. And I was
just told you
I
right
was
there,
pregnant.
Going blind.
I was pregnant with Leah at that time. I was about 6 months pregnant, I guess, whatever. And I was just like, no, that can't be true. And my heart just sank. I just couldn't believe it. And so he said, you need to go get testing done to find out exactly what's called. He called it mankeratopathy. And of course, she had this thick band over across the eye, he said. And that's going to have to be removed. So anyway, like I said, we were in ministry at the time. We served with the church.
Here's her pastor.
And so we did the worship. And so this church was so gracious and everything. They sent us down there
to New Orleans,
to Osher's clinic, and to be tested. Well, that took a whole month to go through testing
to find out what was wrong.
Yeah, to find out what was wrong. And so they came up and said she's got rheumatoid arthritis, and the only place she's got it in her joints is in her big
right toe.
Which
that was not like something you would have noticed.
No,
yeah.
You wouldn't even notice that she had inflammation.
Yeah.
So we were just still blown away.
With the eyes, yeah.
And the eyes already was in chronic state. So the eyes, they went and took the band off while we were there in the hospital, put her in surgery, and did that. And you know, every time we'd have a surgery, I'm thinking, is this when she's going to lose her sight? Is this when she's going to lose her sight? Because the doctors couldn't tell you when.
Didn't they tell you at some point that she probably was going to be completely blind by a certain age or something like that?
I don't remember how old, but so anyway, like I said, it was chronic. And I'm thinking, how can something go from chronic, you just found,
or something that you just found, to chronic?
Yeah, it was already chronic. how long has this been going on?
Yeah.
So I think back, I can't prove it by no means, but I think I had a pediatrician at the time, during this time. I had her in the doctor's office and she had a sore throat. I mean, my kids were in the doctor's office every time they got sick. So it wasn't like we just didn't take care of it. And so when she was 9 months old, she had this rash. And now looking back on it, knowing that you get a rash.
With juvenile arthritis, you can get a rash. That kind of is like a sign.
And nothing was making it go away, except steroid lotion. So I rub it on her little body, and it went away. But I really believe that's when at 9 months is when I think she actually developed rheumatoid. And
it presented itself.
And I think the doctors didn't catch it. Because it was such an oddity.
And in our family, there's no history.
No history.
No history of juvenile arthritis or, blindness from uveitis.
No, there's nothing through either one of the bloodlines. So
fast forward,
So fast forward, Joy she would like to say she was trying to save the eye as much as possible. They said, well, the only thing we can take is steroids.
Yeah, there was
nothing other than steroids.
No treatments for the disease.
Well, the steroids causes cataracts. So that means Joy's lenses are going to have to come off because they now have cataracts on them. And we can't use at the age of 5. And so by this time, you can't even have your lenses in the eye. You can't have them permanently implanted because her inflammation is her disease, and that will cause her not to reject it.
I would reject it.
So she had to wear contact lenses. Yeah, and she had one there was a contact lens she wore that was really huge, covered almost her whole eye, but she could keep it in there. We didn't have to take it out on a daily basis or anything like that. So at 5, I'm putting her little contact in her eye and everything. Well, even with that, we was trying to build her eye up. You remember on the playgrounds and all the patching her eye, trying to make the eye stronger.
Patching up my better eye to make the bad eye stronger.
And all this. Well, that didn't work.
I don't ever remember seeing out of my right eye. So as far as I can remember or know, I have always been completely blind in my right eye.
So anyway, that's then we went through a lot of different surgeries, removing the lenses, scraping the lens, keeping the band off because of
it would rebuild.
Oh, and you also had your pupils were dilated open, which was
Frozen.
A blessing.
Yeah.
Which was a blessing instead of closed because you got more sunlight in. But being with the sunlight, that made you more light sensitive. So Joy was always kind of like, didn't want her picture made and all that kind of stuff.
Because my eyes, I couldn't look up.
She didn't want to look up. She wore sunglasses. And she was the cutest thing. But she was stubborn, which is a good thing because with her stubbornness, that comes along with fighting this battle she's fought.
Got me to where I am.
God knows that.
Strong will.
Strong will. But anyway, that was
the beginning of and then it continued. Of course, my joints became more involved when I hit 7th grade, and then the struggle when it came to school and. Yeah, so if you guys want to start asking some questions.
I'll go on the community post and read some of those questions too.
Okay, I did a community post earlier asking you guys just to post some questions that you may have for us from my mom.
One second.
Jordiana, you're gonna.
I'm trying to find some.
And you guys, I wear prosthetic eyes now, so my natural eyes are really sick as far as. They look really small.
Okay, it says, as a parent, were you worried that your little girl would not have a normal life?
Were you worried that I wouldn't have a normal life?
No.
Why is that?
Because you were so normal to us that I never really worried about you having a normal life. But I did fight for you. I fought many battles for you. I had to teach you how to fight your battles.
Yes.
Especially for school.
It was really hard.
You did not have any problem with socializing. You always had the most friends of anybody around. You was a people person, so there was none of that yeah, you were shy to a certain extent. But as far as when school time came, you made friends with everybody, and you didn't let none of that stop you.
Someone asked if Joy was a troublemaker when she was young.
Was I a troublemaker?
No. No.
No, there's a little hesitancy there, Mom. No,
just a stubbornness in her because of her wanting her independence.
Okay. This was kind of the thing. I was fighting my blindness. I had two-sided sisters, and I knew no one who was blind growing up. No one. So I thought that I had to prove to the world that I was more sighted.
But at the same time, your sisters never treated you.
No one ever treated me differently. My parents
still don't.
No one ever no one ever told me that I couldn't do something because of my blindness, or my arthritis or anything.
Joy never even looked like she had a low vision, where you would see people with canes and things of that nature, and they had more sight than she had, and they looked more blind than she did.
As far as posture, or like the way you would hold your head, like I didn't have some tendencies that some people maybe who are born blind have.
Because I and your dad would say, Joy, hold your head up.
And that wasn't just because of my blindness, but she would tell my sisters, all three of us, we're a singing family. We would be on stage, and so she would tell all of us girls, girls, you have to hold your shoulders back, head high. When you talk to people,
look at them in the eye.
Even though I couldn't see eyes, I could see where their bodies were, so I always made an effort to listen to a voice and to look towards where their body was. So I was just, and then again, I was fighting blindness all my life. I didn't want anyone to think I had it.
You didn't want anybody to know that you were blind.
I was very ashamed of my blindness. I thought that the world would treat me different, and I didn't want to be treated different. And
believe me, I fought her going to blind camp.
Blind school. I went to camp. Oh my gosh! And
Did I fight? We had battles.
They told me they wanted me to go to this blind camp, and when I was probably 11 or 11 years old, and I was like, I don't want to go. I'm not blind. I'm not like them. And oh my gosh, and some of the kids that I saw
wasn't going to eat nothing.
I was picky. I was like, I don't want to. I was just finding every reason why I didn't want to go to blind camp, and a lot of it was I just didn't want to be associated with blindness, because I thought, again, that
you didn't have the sighted world, but you also didn't have the blind world either.
And that everyone, if you got to understand, everyone in my world was sighted. So I knew no one. There was no internet. There was no social media where you could find people like me today to inspire, no one to inspire myself and to see differently. To see differently. And so I thought, if I was going to be successful in life, I was going to have to fake it, fake being sighted, and work with my determination and my stubbornness, right? I was going to, even in high school, I had these visual teachers who would work with me on mobility, cane travel, mobility skills, and building the confidence to ask questions and ask for help, which I didn't think I needed any help. And I was like, I don't need to ask anyone for help. I'm going to do this all on my own, because if I ask for help, then that means I failed. And so, oh my gosh, I was just horrible. It wasn't a mean attitude. It was just I can do it on my own, and I'm going to prove to the world that I'm not blind, and I'm going to use this little bit of sight that I had to make it work.
And you did.
And I did for a while, and I came up with some really awesome tricks to fool everyone, didn't I? I fooled everyone, and
you didn't have any.
But then sometimes it worked to my disadvantage, because then teachers in school wouldn't see that I really had a...
Oh, you're really not as blind as you say you are.
Teachers would be like, oh, you're not really blind. If I needed help, I definitely needed help with certain things, note-taking, test-taking, enlargements, and all these things. And then teachers would actually say, you're lying. Yeah, so...
And this goes into the question of someone asking if you ever got bullied in school.
Oh, you guys, I never got bullied. There was occasionally some kids who would say things like, okay, so my right eye, like I said, was always my bad eye. I never saw it of it. So it always was a little weaker, especially when I got to high school. It was weaker, so it was, I guess it looked more like a lazy eye. No, it wasn't bullied, but people. I remember in school, kids would say like, "Why is your eye like bloodshot, or why is it weak, like small, like closed? Are you on drugs?" And I'm like,
Oh.
literally, I would get kids in high school say, "They were not my friends," but.
Well, that was also people that would look at you like if you went to a grocery store or a restaurant or something like that. People would really gawk at you, and then you would hear these kind of whispering under their breath and wonder what's wrong with her, that kind of thing.
But no, I was really a confident.
Blessed.
I was confident. I've always, like I said, I've always just I worked hard to not let my blindness like show, I guess. So and I've always just been a happy, joyful, outgoing. I love to socialize, so I made a lot of friends. And my daddy, you know, like my mom and dad are amazing, and my daddy, I wish he was to talk about, but he had to go to bed because we're getting up early, new people are joining. But you know, my daddy, especially, you know, in high school, he, when I was having some of these, you know, issues or people making some comments, you know, my daddy told me, he said, "Joy, you know, people will see you the way you see yourself." You know, and so he's like, "Hold your head high. You believe in who you are. Don't let anyone else tell you any different." And you know what? And so I did. I followed his advice. I held my head high even when I might have felt insecure or different. And people just fell in love with me and accepted me. Like in high school, I had this big machine that I would push around on a cart from class to class, and it was a machine. It was like a TV monitor with a visual tech machine. It had a camera built underneath this TV monitor, and it had a moving like little desktop table. And I would put my paper on this moving little tabletop, and the camera would project whatever was on my paper onto the monitor. And then I had these dots where I could enlarge what was printed on my paper onto the screen, to where you could even just see like one letter of a word on the screen. Really huge. And that's how I would read in class. I would put my pen on the paper, and instead of looking at my hand to write, I would look at the screen, and I could literally just see my pen and my print, like huge. And I literally would do my work like that in class. And I was actually the cool kid in class because I would always need a volunteer to help me. I would get excused from each class like 5 minutes early, and then we would have to push. I would have a friend that would help me in the class push my cart from one class to the next, and so I don't know. I think because I accepted, I don't know. I was okay. I mean, yeah, I accepted who I was, and
it's a great school too.
And so people just really supported me, and yeah.
Okay.
John, you got a question? I have a couple coming in.
Do you put a handicap sticker on the front of the public?
No,
I've tried to get her to.
She's trying to get me to, but I don't know. I don't mind walking, so I
You
don't.
can walk pretty well.
Yeah. Next question.
Someone was wondering, this is just a blind question, if you prefer Braille over audio or audio over Braille.
Okay, I am not a fluent Braille reader. I have learned Braille, grade 1, grade 2. I can understand it. I have a lot of it memorized, but I don't use it every day. It's not a part of my everyday life, and I think if I was to use it every day, and I had started using it a lot sooner in my life, I would probably be a Braille reader, but I didn't learn it really until like 4 years ago. And technology, as we all know, has improved so much, and I have become so efficient with my iPhone. I use voice over accessibility, for those of you who don't know, which is built into every Apple device, and my
I'm switching it on the
my
phone
Apple
too.
Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was here. So that's just on my Apple Watch. So, yeah. So with technology, with my voiceover accessibility, my iPhone, I can type, I can write, I can go through the internet. I don't even use a computer. My iPhone is always with me, and it's just great. So I use Braille for labeling things, for reading like signs, like at the hotel we were at last night, or the elevators, that sort of thing.
Yes. Okay. I have a question from Sam Houston. This is from Mama. What have you learned from Joy's blindness? Was it difficult emotionally to see Joy go blind? I love your videos, Joy. That's the whole thing.
It was very emotional. It was very hard for me. It's still hard for me.
And we've gone in different stages too.
Yeah, and I mean, I still cry wishing that she didn't have to go through what she has to go through. I wake up in the night and it's pitch dark in the house and my mind goes straight to Joy. I said, oh my Lord, my baby has to go through this every day of her life. And yeah, it's very, very hard, very emotional. I don't think as a mother you ever quit. One, I know she's efficient. I know she does well. She's happy. I know everything that she everything she says. But as a mother, you won't. I want her to see, and and there's nothing wrong with me wanting that.
She sees my struggles,
and I know. I know this is who she is, and we all change. We all have to go through seasons of our life. We never stay the same, and it was a hard. When they moved back to Oregon from Texas, putting her on a plane was the hardest thing I ever did.
After I lost my sight.
After she lost all of her sight, and she was struggling with her arthritis so bad, and her daddy literally had to pick her up and take her down the stairs. I'm thinking, oh God, why is she getting on an airplane going to Oregon?
This is in 2009.
Yeah. And that was the hardest thing, seeing her and taking my babies away and
being so sick,
and they're sick
with arthritis.
And man, for a mother, that's hard to let go and trust that they're going to be okay,
When I lost my sight completely in 2008, we were living in Texas with Mom.
You lived there with us for a while.
We had just moved from Portland when Isabel was 5 and Georgie was 2.5. We just moved, and I literally started losing my sight on our road trip and moving from Portland to Texas. And we stopped at Disneyland, and it was the girls' first time at Disney, and my first time in Disneyland, and that is when I noticed something changing with my sight in my left eye. The sight that I'd had, all the life I could, all my life I could remember, it was perfect eyesight. That far as I don't know what perfect is, but I had learned how to use that sight to my best ability, and with all the magnification devices and things. So I was able to, I was really adjusted to that sight. And then in Disneyland, you guys, at Christmas time, December 2007, I started to notice my sight change, and this curtain, a black dark curtain, started creeping across my field of vision.
Nothing we can do.
From my nose towards the center vision on my left eye. And you guys, the last memories, because that was what was happening at the time, was my retina was detaching and I didn't know it. So my last memories I actually have were of my girls in Disney, seeing them with their favorite princesses. And we got to Texas, had Christmas, and it was getting worse. And I thought it was like my imagination. Maybe this is just my imagination. And I've had blurry episodes before, of course, in my life, and hoping and praying that this would be one of those episodes and it would clear up. But I knew in my heart it was different, and I went and saw a specialist, and he took one look at me and he said, "Joy, your retina is detaching." And I had surgery a couple days later, and the beginning of 2008, January, I had the surgery, but the eye was so sick from the arthritis all my life that the eye could not heal. And within the next month, I had lost it all.
Yeah.
So I went from looking at my girls, seeing them the way I knew, I could see their skin, I could see their lips and their nose, but I couldn't see eye color. I couldn't see details, but I could see them enough in color. I could see their pink shirts and their pretty pink bows in their hair with this only left eye, And I remember the night before surgery, like studying them and looking at my babies and feeling them and just memorizing about my girls. And it was hard. And, you know, I lost it. Then, you know, the next week after surgery, I lost it all.
And then I feel like I'm trying to hold it all together here. I'm trying to hold my daughter up.
At that time, yeah.
And I'm trying to hold
the
grandbabies up. And
it was right after I lost my sight. At that time, the girls were both diagnosed with juvenile arthritis. You know, it's one thing for me to go through the loss of sight, but then you put on top of that both of my angel girls. They are my world. I know what it's like, my mom, you know what she was like for her living with me, being sick, but I have lived through this myself personally. And then to see my girls having to, you know, go through this journey, what I've lived, it was so just crazy. And I literally felt like it wasn't fair. And I felt a little guilty, even though I had no control, that I gave this to my children. You know, it was 1 in a million chance I would have passed this to my children. The doctor
How do you think I feel?
And I passed it to both of my girls. And so it was a very challenging time for all of us, and my husband having to manage all 3 of us with the same disease and injections and chemotherapy, because chemo in smaller doses is treatment for juvenile arthritis. And you know, but this journey, you know, I did ask God, like, my God, why me? Why my girls? Number one, I can handle this. Like, I've lived with this all my life. I can deal with this. But why my babies? You know, not them too. And even in all that, like, heartache and frustration and, you know, just searching for answers, I just heard God just tell me, Joy, I have helped you your whole life get through challenges and obstacles, and I have fought battles for you. And why am I going to leave you now?
That's right.
Why am I going to leave you? And so I clung to that hope that God gave me, and I said, okay, God, I don't understand. None of this makes sense. I don't know how I'm going to be the mom that I once was. I don't know how my girls are going to, like, what their outcome's going to be. My God, I'm just going to keep trusting you, because I don't know what else to do.
Well, we have come through a long battle, but we're on the other side.
And, you know, as even my husband at the time, we were all just like, just don't know, understand it. But we just, you know, just prayed and we just believed as a family that we're going to get through this and we're going to fight. And I, you know, Georgiana at 3, when she was diagnosed with uveitis, the eye disease. And I remember her laying in bed with me, and I was just, you know, still trying to come to terms with my blindness and now my girls. And Georgie laid in bed one night with me, and she said, Mama, she goes, am I going to go blind like you? And I tell you, that's hard when your 3-year-old is looking at you and in my arms and asking me, Mommy, am I going to go blind? And I'm like, I don't have the answers, but I just gave her the hope that I had in my heart, and I said no. And then we're going to do everything we can to fight for you, and there's better treatments. And she didn't like taking her chemotherapy injection. She had to take it, you know, every week, bless her heart. And I told her, I said, those medications, even though you hate them, they're going to help you, baby. And I didn't have those treatments, so there's definitely more hope for you than there was for me. And you know, and then, you know, after that is when I went to get my first guiding angel, Antonia.
Yeah, there's a lot coming in.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Someone, I need to find it. Okay, Kyle Branson donated $2 to the chat, so I want to acknowledge that. Also, people have been saying that I'm breathing, but it's hard because it's an iPhone X, so it picks up everything. And people were commenting about it.
Hi, Joy. You're awesome. Hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, and Sam actually, people were talking about it and said, it's actually just funny. Don't worry, baby. Don't mind these folks. Hashtag camera girl rocks. So I am glad I have a hashtag now.
Hashtag awesome, you guys. Love my
Okay, someone said, how long have you blind?
I have been blind for 11 years.
Okay.
Total blindness.
What's the
But
hardest thing you've
I
had to
see
overcome?
much better now. What?
What is the hardest thing you've had to overcome?
In the past 11 years, the hardest thing I've had to overcome, I guess just realizing that, I don't know, I have to rely on others more. And I've been independent before, you know, feeling like I could do a lot more on my own. And I think it was just relaxing and trusting others, I think was the hardest thing. And letting go of the things that I couldn't control. And finding joy, and just trying to find peace and joy in that. And I've learned that through my loss of sight, you know, I've learned to really focus on the blessings, you know.
Someone said, any advice for anyone who's going blind?
You what?
Any advice for someone who's going blind? It's not a death sentence. It's not a death sentence. Try looking at your blindness with a different perspective, with a new set of eyes. And through my loss of sight, yeah, it was completely difficult, challenging, the darkest night, you know, I've gone through. But through that blindness, I have learned that you can see in other ways. And it's just amazing. I don't even feel blind like 98% of the time, because your other senses will strengthen. You will be able to see things with your hands, with your ears, with your nose, with your mouth, and with your mind. And it is just...
You just got to get out there, too.
You just have to just... you have to just...
Push yourself.
Believe and persevere, you know. But don't just think of all the negative things that you're losing. One time, you know, someone asked me if I had the option of choosing my eyesight, would I choose it? And my answer is no. And that wasn't immediate. Like, of course, like for the first few years, I was like, yes, please give it here. But it's been through living like this that I have learned that my blindness has
And your
become
weakness,
a
God has made
blessing.
you strong.
Yeah, through my weakness, God has definitely given me the strength to be who I am, and yeah, there's so much I could say.
All right, Isa.
And
Jordan, do you have any?
They said, is it
Who?
completely dark? Can you see a bit of light?
I don't see any light. These eyes aren't real. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're not real. I see nothing with my eyes at all. The girls have put flashlights in my face, and I'm trying to like...
I think I can see it.
Yeah, like, because I still have real eyes, you know, underneath. I have real eyes, but my real eyes are small. You know, I take them out. I have a prosthetic eyes playlist if you want to go look on my YouTube channel. So I take my eyes out, have fun with them, spin them around. Yeah, it's fun. My favorite show and tell.
Okay. Someone said, Marlena Rhodes said, how did your retina become detached? I have Marfan syndrome, which affects my retina attachment too.
Well, because of the scar tissue, so the arthritis caused damage, inflammation, and caused scar tissue to build up in the eye, and it
Through the years,
yeah, and it attached to the retina. And so when the doctor said your retina is detaching, he described it as the scar tissue was literally pulling the retina off. Like, imagine, he says, like ripping wallpaper off the wall. It was starting just to tug, and it was ripping. So what they had to do was go in and cut the scar tissue so it could lay flat. And they did fix the retina, but unfortunately when it was surgically fixed, the eye couldn't heal. So therefore my eye just started to deteriorate rapidly.
Okay.
Emma N said, what's something you wish was more common knowledge about blindness?
Oh gosh. I guess some of the most the number one comments I receive on my YouTube channel about my blindness is that people just think that it is the most awful thing that you could go through, and they assume that people with blindness aren't capable of doing much with their life, and they're so astounded by the things that I do, you know, and so that's kind of what I really just want people to know, is that just because you might lose your eyesight doesn't mean that you have to lose your ability to live and to be independent. It might be different, it might look different, but it doesn't have to change like you know, your goals and your dreams and your goals might change a little bit, but my dreams for my life now blind are way greater and more beautiful than they were before.
Okay, I have a question for Mama. Let me find it. I just saw it. Okay. Casperian says, Joy's mom, what are Joy's 3 best character traits that you are most proud of?
Oh gosh, she's got great character. Her love for people, love for family, her love for the Lord, her character of being honest and truthful. Yeah, I think she's pretty much, well, that's one of your characters is strong will, but determination, yeah.
Just never giving up. Never giving up.
Okay, next.
So, John, you got any?
There was a lot on that.
I have some for Mama, if you want to answer. Mama, okay. Well, you want to wrap up with Mama real quick, and then I can get all your questions?
Okay. Mama's going to go to bed because she's tired, but I can answer some more questions for you guys.
Good night, y'all. I enjoyed it.
Is there one more question for Mom, or is that it?
I'm just looking through.
Okay. Mama, thank you so much.
I think that's the...
I love you so much. You guys continue, like I said, to keep her in your prayers.
Yes.
Mama is a fighter.
Yes.
And we just believe that she is going to come through this victorious, and she's gonna have her own amazing story to share.
Yes.
So, okay. All right. Thanks you guys for asking her questions, and
Okay.
I'll stick around if you have any more for me.
Okay, night-night, Mama.
I love you,
Love you.
Mama.
All right, good night. I'll see y'all. I'll get up when y'all leave.
Mwah.
Arabelle's asleep. Arabelle.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what I was wanting to get to. Escapable46 says, Hi, Joy. I'm 20 years old, and I was recently diagnosed with posterior uveitis. I haven't lost any vision yet, but I'm scared. Any advice?
Well, I mean, there is so much now, like I said, treatments that you guys have access to. That is so much, that is so hopeful, right? I just didn't have anything for me. So you guys, Georgiana had uveitis, right? She lost no eyesight, and she went into remission with her eye disease. Unfortunately, it came back in her joints a few years later, and she still has it right now. But treatments are so amazing. And look at just my life, okay? Even if the worst happens to you, right? I just want to be the proof, that life is still beautiful. You don't have to have eyesight to have vision. And just always remember that no matter what, right? If I can do this, I can live this life, right? You can too. And even if the worst happens, you have an amazing future ahead of you. So just, hold on to your hope and be grateful for the treatments that you have today.
Okay.
Guys, ask for more questions because right now we're not.
Yeah, if you want to just pitch in, I'll try to get to them. Annabelle Perez, this isn't a question, it's just a statement. She says, Hi, Joy. Greetings from Sarasota, Florida. I don't necessarily have a question, but I just want to let you know that I loved your roller coaster video. I so felt that I was on that roller coaster with you.
Fun. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I was just like, this is crazy. I'm all by myself. I have no one. I almost didn't even post it because I'm like, I'm so silly. I'm so crazy. I thought that there was going to be a drop at the end, and it didn't. I love roller coasters, you guys, and I should make a playlist of all my roller coaster videos. So I like the bigger, the better. Anything that goes upside down. Roller coasters aren't as exciting for a blind girl, I feel like, unless they have more drops or loops, you know? So, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love thrills. So.
Amanda Ulrich said, I was
Hi,
born
Amanda.
blind in my right eye, but went completely blind in my left eye over the course of 4 days. I don't remember my little girl before I went blind. I don't remember her.
You don't remember what she looked like? Oh, you know what? I haven't seen Georgiana since she was 2. And
I'm 13 now.
And she's 13. So she's changed, you would think, quite a bit, right? And a little bit taller. But you know what? It's okay because you know what? I couldn't see very well then anyway. But my hands are amazing at seeing my girls still at 16 and 13. I feel their faces, right, girls?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
feel you. I take your glasses off. I want to feel your eyelids, your eyelashes. You can feel your daughter, and that is beautiful. In my dreams, I don't see. I feel. I through my heart and my touch. I sense. Yeah. So you can enjoy your baby girl, and I think my hands are just as good at seeing as my eyes, and more importantly, you can see your little girl with your heart. Probably better than most, right? I think us blind individuals, we just see more beautifully with our hearts, and we see what matters most, and that's all that really matters. I see my girls, I hear their laughs, I hear their smiles, and they make you girls you're my world, and I don't have to see you to love you, you know?
Emma N. again said, have you ever thought about doing public speaking?
Yes, I actually.
You do?
I do public speaking, and I would love to do more public speaking. So if anyone is interested in wanting to have me come speak somewhere, I definitely do that. If you go to my playlist on my channel, I have different categories. The one titled "How I Lost My," what is it? I think it's juvenile. Yeah, how I lost my eyesight, juvenile arthritis, and uveitis. In that playlist, actually have several videos where you can see me speaking on a platform and sharing my whole story.
Okay, I have a question for the chat, because some people are saying that we need more chat moderators. I saw I can do that somewhere, but I don't know how that works. Or to click, so have people, yes, we haven't done lives really.
We've done like 2 live videos, 3
So if
live
anyone is able to, how long, much longer do you think this is going to go? Mom, you think it's
I
going
don't know, it's up to how many, I can't see how many people are on.
we have 76 at the moment.
And how many questions are coming in.
A couple, just for other comments and stuff to
What do we need more
moderate.
moderators for?
Just some other people.
Oh, for other people?
Yeah, so.
Jacob said, how often do fans notice you in public?
I was.
No, well, the other day, not not often, and the other day outside of Target, someone noticed me. I've gotten some notice.
The Disney parks you get noticed?
Yeah, a couple of times. I don't know. I'm not that known that well yet. Maybe it's because a lot of my videos, I'm actually not in them. You actually just see my hand and my dog. My dog's famous. Arabella and my guide dog who passed, they're famous.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead in the chat, and anyone, just tell someone, say if you can be here for about the whole live. I'll probably choose 2 people as a moderator.
So what is this?
To moderate the chat, just to make sure everything's like good and clean, pretty much. So I just want, if anyone can comment back here anytime, I can add. So yes, more questions.
I am not from Tennessee. Not that I would. Yeah, it'd be fine if I was from Tennessee, but I am from all over.
Arabelle, do you hear her?
Yes. I was born in Arkansas. After that, we lived in, Texas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, then Louisiana, Mississippi, Baltimore, East Coast people. I was in Baltimore, Maryland for my whole high school and first year of college, and then back to Texas. And then that's where I met my husband, George, on our blind date. But we really met on a blind date, so that's the whole. Actually, let me know if you guys want to see my husband and I. I was thinking that you guys haven't actually heard from him, but I really would like it if he would just we'd sit down and you guys, maybe if you want to do a live video and just chat with us as a couple and hear his perspective on having a blind wife and children with chronic illness, and how he's dealt with that, and us as a couple in dating and marriage, living with disability, and he's, healthy and, and he's had to kind of take care of us at times and quite a bit. So if you guys would like to see him and I on a video, let me know about that. But we met in Dallas on our blind date, and then we moved after we got married. We moved to Portland and began our life, and that's where our girls were born. So, yeah.
People saying they would love a couples video.
Okay, cool, because we would love to share. We've actually spoke and did a marriage and family class at a Bible college in Portland, and shared our story, I think George's perspective is really amazing. I really want you guys, my husband, he doesn't love to be in front of the camera.
I think you should do it more.
And he's actually starting to get really involved, like
With
behind
your
the scenes of my channel, as far as just like really good ideas. And he's a business guy, so he's coming up with good ideas. He's for marketing and that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't like the attention, so he would be more. But yeah, I think it would be good for y'all.
Okay, so this is more off topic, but random dude says, can you do this video idea, smell scented markers and see if you can guess the color?
Oh yeah.
I think that's a really great idea.
I'm good at scents, you guys. I love. Yeah, people can walk even past me in a crowd of people, and I can name the perfume they have on. Yeah, it's really good.
Jacob said, question, are you ever worried you will run into something when your dog is guiding you?
Oh yeah, all the time. They're dogs. They're still, not. I mean, sometimes you have to correct them, right? And they do things wrong. They're not always 100% on. They have their off days too. So yeah, and of course when Arabella does something wrong, I have to correct her. If she bumps me into a door frame or something as we're walking through, I stop and correct her. So, I mean, there's times where she sees, like the girls or my husband, and we're going up a curb or something like that, and she would always show them to me, but there's times where she gets excited and she goes really fast and goes up the curb, and Tony did the same thing, Antonia, and I have to correct them. So, yeah, there's a part of me that goes, okay, I'm a little nervous, especially in unfamiliar places that I don't know. That makes me a little nervous, but I have to trust her. But again, like correcting her when she does make a mistake is crucial, because if I don't correct her the one time, the next time, if I don't correct her that time, the next time she might do it again.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Tor said, would you ever do anything crazy like how Molly Burke went skydiving?
Oh, you guys. Okay, I have done something crazy, and twice. If you, I think it might be under my playlist more about blind joy. You guys, have you ever seen in Vegas? They have the Stratosphere Casino, and at the top of the Stratosphere, there's like 108 stories or something like that. It's taller than the Empire State Building. They have the sky jump. Yeah, I've done that twice.
And today, me and Georgie jumped off a baby jump.
They jumped off of like a 30-foot platform.
No, it was 70.
Was it 70?
Or 80, yeah.
Controlled free fall. Really controlled for them.
Yeah, real control.
Mine was like the Stratosphere jump, you guys. I'm completely blind. My husband was videoing from the ground because he was a scaredy cat. And he's like, I'll just video you from the ground. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I went up there. Had the second time I did they had the GoPro attached to my wrist. And I'm trusting someone who doesn't know how to guide me. I have no sight whatsoever and no guide dog on the trip. So I'm trusting someone to get me up there. Couldn't see what I'm about, especially the first time. Didn't know what to expect. They take me to the top of the tower with 2 other people. They stand us there in this one room. This is like worse than a roller coaster. I didn't know what was coming next. And then they came one at a time and would grab you and would, not grab you, but take you into another area, which was this first like platform area where they weigh you again, and they do all these checks, safety checks, and I'm taller than all the buildings in Vegas, and I can't see anything, but I tell them to describe everything to me.
Okay, second, it cut out for a second because a notification came and I tried to swipe it. It was a second. But I have a couple of things that are coming in.
I jumped off the building, and it was the most amazing experience. So, Stratosphere, sky jump. Yeah.
Okay, there's just one. I've been holding on to some of the text or comments that are coming in earlier to make sure about everyone has seen. So this is Solux. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Solux Capture says, I feel like my comments are gonna get lost in the chat, but I really want Joy to know her service dog videos are my favorite thing in the world. I love watching them work. It's so beautiful, really amazing.
Oh, thank you. There will definitely be more to come.
And
Michelle Ellison asked, do you ever worry someone touching your guide dog?
Yes.
Yes.
It happens everywhere when we were there today. Yeah.
Even when my girls are with me, they'll be like,
oh, hi, puppy, and then pet their head.
They just totally reached down and touched her as we're walking by. Or the girls will tell me, Mom, they're petting her, pull her back. And
Mhm.
I'll say, no, and I just grab her
Head.
and
Mhm.
her collar. And as soon as I put my hand, I have control over her. When I put my hand on her head, basically telling them, don't.
Yeah, like
And I
it
tell
kind of
them,
just
I
like a
say,
slight
no,
way.
And I say, I always try to be polite, right?
Mhm.
And I don't go, no, you can't touch her. People learn, yes, through when you correct them, but they also need to be educated with
Kindness.
with kindness. It goes a long way, right?
Mhm.
So I'll say, no, she's working. You can't touch a guide dog, service dog when they're working, and then if I have the opportunity, I can even educate them more. She's my eyes. I can't see. I need her to be focused on me.
And she's stretching.
She's stretching right now.
I need her
So
to be
cute.
focused on me, yeah.
Okay, Kyle Branson, he says, question, what's your workout routine? You're like really fit.
I clean. Just kidding. No, I love working out. Because I've been sick. The past few months. Lately, I just haven't felt like working out. But I love to do squats. I work out in my home because it's hard for me, as you can imagine, if I go to a gym, having to get someone to help me get on, equipment. And then it's not accessible, all the buttons are not accessible. Now I could get someone to label it, but then they're going to get ripped off, I'm sure. And it's just a headache to have to think about taking an Uber to a gym. So I just do it in my home. And we have, equipment in our garage. But I do a lot of just my own body resistance workout. So I do dips and, push-ups on my stairs. I'm really disciplined. My husband says that I have a drill sergeant built into my head because I'm just very disciplined. I used to be a runner, so before I lost my sight, that's probably one of the hardest things. After losing my sight, not hardest. When it comes to being free, I miss running. I miss having the freedom to just take off and run on my familiar pathway. And just go for a run, on a nice afternoon, and that freedom, I kind of miss that. And I want to get someone to run, but that's hard to find someone who's at your speed, your height, and you can go tandem. But again, it's just frustrating. But yeah, I used to be a runner, so.
Princess
And
Amina
a
asked,
dancer.
does your daughter know Braille?
No, they've tried to learn.
Georgiana's gone
Yeah,
much
I have a
further
video
than
of
I have.
towards the
Old
beginning of my
video.
YouTube channel. If you want to type in the search engine, type in blind mom teaches daughter
Braille.
or something like that.
My
You might
Braille's
find
really
this video of
small.
Georgiana typing Braille.
Okay, Sleeping VR says, question, would you ever jump on a trampoline?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. I used to love doing toe touches on my trampoline.
Yeah.
But being blind is a little bit harder, especially for bouncing. Now, without any sight, I have not done it since the past 11 years. But if I was to do it, I would hold on to my girls' hands so I wouldn't bounce off.
Amanda Ulrich asks,
Hi, Amanda.
She's commented a lot. Amanda has commented a lot, and I haven't been able to reach
how
all of them.
long did guide dog school last? I can't recall. Where is it located? I'm interested in getting a guide dog.
Guide Dogs for the Blind is where I received Antonia and Arabella. It's in Oregon, Boring, Oregon, but there are other campuses. San Rafael, California, Boring, Oregon, truly a place. And it's out in the middle of nowhere, so it might be a little boring, but it's a good place. And training is 2 weeks long.
Okay.
N2413 asks, question, as an adult, do you feel like younger generations are educated enough about people with disabilities?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Nope, and I think that should be something that could be integrated into curriculum, into school system.
It definitely should.
It needs to be taught. You have to teach, if we want our world to change and society to change and their misconceptions change towards blindness and
I think,
disability, it needs to be taught at a very young age.
Georgiana,
Ma'am,
go help Mama. Okay.
Can you bring her?
It's over on the piano.
Okay.
I've noticed, just in school, so I had a better train of thought, but I kind of forgot.
Talking
Oopsie.
about ages, kids in school being taught disability.
I
Yeah.
used to learn it. We had little things where we learned
It's
about guide dogs
probably,
like that, but not-
our society has been so focused on some other things. I feel like people with disabilities have been almost the least talked about in our society. As you can see, that there's a very limited amount of blind YouTubers and such. So, and not a lot of people in this day and age are very educated on blindness, any sort of
Obviously,
disability.
yeah.
And especially like some kids at school, I'll be like, oh yeah, my mom's blind, and I'll be fine. And they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, like she's happy, like she's a YouTube channel. Go check it out. That's what I do.
That's right. When they always meet new kids at school and the kids find out that your mom's blind, the first reaction is,
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
And
always.
y'all say back to them,
No, it's okay. Because I think it's, you know, like they probably don't expect you to be the way you are.
and my girls don't see me as blind. Trust me, they still forget some things. Like they still forget they're normal, they're kids. And I love that they're not always perfect with everything. Like they still occasionally will leave a chair pulled out and don't
But I
remember to
think
put
part of that's because we think you're so sighted.
I'm so good. I sometimes allow, and my family is, forgets, that, they know I'm blind, but I maneuver through my life so well and so confidently. There's nothing, you guys, I can't do in my house. You wouldn't even know I'm blind in my house. I never use a cane or a guide dog in my house. Dogs are normal dogs. I move through my house with my hands maybe out in front of me because I move quickly. But I do everything that anyone else does. And my girls see that Mom cleans. I, can find their lost glasses.
Or I remember when we were younger, our bows.
I mean, anything.
You can search for stuff better than we can.
Georgiana,
I
so
lose
I'm
stuff
not
all the
scared.
time.
I think I might be scared. My girls will be like, Mom, I can't find blah, blah, blah. And we know you'll find it because I always prove to them I can. And I said, okay, are you ready for your blind mom to show you up? And I mean, it's because I don't see with my eyes, I see with my hands. And my finger eyes, you guys are better at a lot of things than my eyes, because I think a lot of people get distracted visually, like especially if they're looking in a drawer for a certain top, and they pull their drawer out and there's all these clothes and they're just like, I can't find it. Well, I'm not looking with my eyes, I feel with my hands, and I know what the shirt is, what the texture of the shirt is, or the sweater, or the pants, and so I start feeling with my hands and actually can pull it out. And how many times have I done that? And I'm like, what is this? And they're like, how did you find that? And I'm like, because I say stop looking with your eyes and start looking with your hands. Yeah.
I have a question from Jacob, the Superhero 9, who I added as one of our moderators. He's been helping clean up the chat.
You guys are doing good.
He said, question, are you happy doing YouTube and sharing your life?
Well, oh my gosh, you guys, this has truly like I loved my life before YouTube. I started doing things on Facebook before YouTube, and that is really where I started finding like my purpose was sharing my story. Because this whole transformation, the whole thing of the depression when I lost my sight, my girls being diagnosed, it's been this journey I've been on. And then once I went through 3 years of a really difficult time in my life, from 2009 or 2008 to 2012. And during that chunk of my life, I literally went through 8 hospitalizations with skin infections. I was PICC line in my arm. I was on 480 milligrams of Oxycontin, oxycodone. I was on methadone, fentanyl patches because of chronic pain for 3 years. I lived basically in my house for a month at a time without ever going outside because of chronic pain and illness and being so sick. I was not living my life, and it was during those were the truly dark years of my life with the blindness too, that gave me the perspective that I have today. I was going through hell on earth, and during those years, I was asking God, what is my purpose? I want to do something with my life, and I want to live, and I just don't want to live a life that is just a regular everyday, just living getting up, doing housework or going to a job and then coming home. That was just not I just didn't feel like that was my purpose. I of course want to first and foremost be the most wonderful mom that I could be to my girls and wife to my husband, but there was something else I needed to give back, and this pain I was living through was just giving me this heart and compassion and love for the world. And if I could give someone else hope, because I know what it's like to go through hell and to be at your point of your rope's end and you're feeling like you're dying and you can't go on. I know what that's like, and if I could help somebody else find hope, for tomorrow, that's all I wanted. Like, I said, God, please, if you can help me get through this pain, just to get me to where I can get out of my house and I can step out even with my blindness. God, please let me do that, and I will never feel sorry for myself again. And God brought me through in the year 2013. As a family, we got our life back because I got off all my drugs, which was extremely difficult. The doctors had placed me on these drugs and became dependent. I reclaimed that part of my life back. I was healed of my infections finally, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to do something amazing and meaningful with my life. And we started doing a lot of work with the Arthritis Foundation nationally, and speaking into lives and speaking into children's lives with juvenile arthritis. I was speaking at conferences and working with children and sharing my story. And it was through my story sharing that I realized in those conferences that kids' lives were being touched, parents' lives were being touched by my joy and my hope. And I said, how can I do something more with my life than just sharing in conferences? And that's when I developed a Facebook page, Through the Eyes of Joy. And that just really became my platform in sharing my story and videos. And I threw some videos up on a YouTube channel just to see if I could reach some more people in the world. But my Facebook page was taking off and was doing great things with Facebook that the YouTube thing was on the side. And I never aspired for anything.
Yeah, it posted very, like, infrequently.
Yeah, and I would rarely check it. I would just, like, check it maybe once a month and see how it was doing. And it was literally up until, like, a little over a year ago November, that I realized that my channel was taking off. I had 5,000 subscribers. And I was like, what? 5,000 subscribers. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I was looking at it, but I wasn't, like, thinking it was growing so fast at that point. Like, literally, like, 2 months before that, it was, like, 2,000. So I was like, one day I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And then the next month I was like 7,000, and then last January, year ago January, it was 10, and then 40,000 subscribers last February, and then here we are today.
At 100K.
Over 100, almost 106,000 subscribers and more. But it was literally, it was just being inspired by the world after going through pain to create and really pursue my channel, because I want people to know my name. If you know, I was like, God, this is my cry of my heart. I said, God, if people know my name, Joy Ross, then they will know my story. And then if they know my story, then I believe that they will find hope and joy, and faith to keep moving forward into tomorrow. And I don't want to be famous to be famous. I don't need to be the biggest YouTuber because I need the fame and I need the money or the success or whatever. I honestly, my heart is to make a difference and to touch lives. It makes my blindness and the challenges I face worth it all.
Okay, there's some last questions.
Okay, here, I have a couple that I've been holding on to. Blaine Dunn says, hey, Joy, I see you still have a blind 5-year-old. She's a sweetheart. What advice would you give to young blind women growing up today?
A 5-year-old, oh my goodness, to believe in you. Be you. You know what? No one else can be you, right? No one can be a better you than you. You have to just embrace who you are, who God has created. I believe God has created us to be unique and to celebrate who you are. I don't want to, you know what? I don't want to be like anybody else. I can look at other YouTubers out there, other influencers out there, and you know, it's easy to start comparing yourself to others, but then you have to stop and say, no, you know what? Everyone has their own purpose and their own story, right? And you have to just say, you know what? Okay, I want to be me, nobody else. And everyone else has, you know, their, you know, things that are their positive, strong parts of them. And you just have to just celebrate what you have. What God has given you is special and unique. So I would tell you, for you to encourage your daughter just to be confident in who she is, and to just to celebrate her unique characteristics and her beauty, and
Caspian asked, who are your favorite musicians? Caspian asked, who are your favorite musicians?
My favorite musician,
Mariah Carey.
you guys, Mariah Carey as a singer, my favorite artist is Mariah Carey. I love her vocal styles. Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Christina Aguilera, like very strong. Faith
Big.
Hill, Shania Twain. I just love strong female
Vocalists.
I love other bands too.
Foo Fighters.
I like Foo Fighters. I love rock. I love gospel
Ariana
music.
Grande.
I love gospel music too. Yeah, so I love so many genres of music. Ariana Grande. Our house is full of lots of styles.
Okay, Melly P. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Melly P. You've changed my outlook on life. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Aw,
What she
thank you
said.
so much.
People are wondering if you dated anyone before George.
Very rare. No, very few. I was having this conversation with Georgie. They know my story.
Yes.
But the other night we were really talking more about my past dating. And, I got my first kiss at 19. Yeah, I didn't date. I had boyfriends growing up, but they were just like, no kissing. It was just like fun, date flirting and, that kind of thing. I honestly didn't think anyone was really going to want to date or marry me because of my health condition. It's like, who's going to want to marry a girl who, deals with what I deal with? And it's, it's kind of been a hard, life. So I was thinking, well, no one's going to be interested. And then, when I was 19, this guy came along and he was just, I think God just sent him along at 19 just to show me that, see, Joy, there is going to be guys out there who are going to, be okay with your blindness, and it's not going to matter to them. And it didn't last for long. Like I told Jordy, I think it was like a 2-month dating thing, and then that was it. And then
Was it Henry?
I met George. Like literally just 8 months later, and that's it.
By the way, you moderators are doing really good.
Yes, all the people. This comment section is so nice.
Moderators, do we have
I think we have 3. And
Tasmia C, who's answering questions.
Tasmia C. No, not that I can
Tasmia C
see.
is answering questions about your repetitive.
Like, people that I've just joined asking what's happened,
I gotta put some cheers.
or
Jacob's doing
new
really
people.
Good, and random dude, thank you guys.
Yeah, so random dude, Tasnia C, and what's Jacob's superhero? Where is he? I think he might have
Jacob
left.
the superhero.
But
Hey, and if
yeah.
your real names are something different, then I kind of like to know your real names too, because I kind of start just calling you by your username, like, hey, which is fine.
Oh, some people are wondering, just some people that joined, if you did have vision earlier in life or if you were born blind.
I've had
I know some of our
some
moderators
sight.
were talking about that.
Okay, just let me give you a visual. So I've never seen in my right eye, my left eye, even still to this day, even though I see equally the same out of both eyes, which is absolutely nothing, I still, in my mind, see better out of my left eye. I don't know what it's like to see out of my right eye, so I can't even imagine what it's like to see out of my right eye, right? Because my brain can't conceive sight in this eye, but my brain can conceive sight in my left eye because I've had a small amount of eyesight. And so when I look out right now, and I know Isabella's in front of me, my daughter Isabella, who's videoing, and my daughter Georgiana is over there, because I hear her. Yes, I see you, Georgie. I've been faking this whole time. When I see that my girl's here, and you'll see me turn and look to Georgie because I hear her, I am envisioning them with my left eye. Not physically, like their head, their face, or anything like that, but I can kind of see in my head where they are, their body. But if I was to have the sight that I last saw with in 2008, it would be, I could tell that Isabel was sitting there, but if she hadn't said a word, I wouldn't know that she was Isabella. I wouldn't know she was my daughter.
Yeah.
She would have to say something. I could see movement. If she moved her arm, I could see her arm move, but I wouldn't be able to see her fingers. So it was basically just blurred shapes and movements within just a couple of feet was the best I could.
Okay, so I have some questions about our moderator, Jacob the Superhero 9, says his real name is Jacob A. Rath.
Hi.
And Random Dude says his real name is Emerson.
Emerson, cool. I'm going to get to know y'all's names.
Okay, so, and these will be moderators for your channel for any live. and they're doing amazing. Slick's Captor again. I remember reading another comment by him earlier. Or her. How does Joy feel about people with fake guide dogs? Has she ever encountered one that maybe tried to interact with her and was obviously fake and unprofessional?
A fake service dog.
No, there's not many fake guide dogs, but service dogs.
It's hard to fake a guide dog because of the handle.
Yeah.
You can't really get fake handles.
Yeah. Service dogs.
Service dogs, you can buy vests, online, fake ID.
A lot of people do it. It's not good.
No, it's horrible. I personally haven't dealt with. I've dealt with dogs in stores distracting my dogs or barking at my dog, but it's never been like an issue. Or there's been times where I didn't know if it was a service dog or because I can't see to go, oh, that dog has a vest on, or that, you know what I mean? Like I can't, if I don't have someone with me, it's hard to tell. But I've had some interactions, yes, but no interaction where I've been like, okay, we need to get your information and I'm going to report you to, or nothing like that. But I have a lot of friends in the blind community, you guys. I hear a lot on Facebook. There's blind groups on Facebook and guide dog handler networks, and I hear a lot about attacks on their guide dogs. One of my friends actually, her amazing, beautiful guide dog was attacked by a dog in her neighborhood. And she knew that this dog has been a problem, and it literally attacked her guide dog, and now her guide dog had to retire, and she's on a waiting list to get a new dog. So so this happens quite a bit, and it's just
And here in the comment section, Melissa Luxton says, yeah, I got denied access with my medical alert dog, and then on top of it, she almost got bitten by another dog. Yeah,
I get questions because of people having fake dogs. I get questions about my dog being authentic because of those dogs.
Darren Dizon. Oh my God, we're going for the same question.
Do you use Era?
Ira.
Yeah, look.
Ira. We call it sometimes Era because my voiceover on my iPhone, she pronounces it Era, but I think Ira just got that switch because I noticed on my app now Siri is saying Ira instead of Era, which I call Arabella Era, so it's kind of funny. I use Ira. Yeah, I do. I use
Okay.
Ira and I love it.
This is videos.
Ira, you guys, is a paid app. You subscribe. Pay for the subscription to this app, and it's these agents that are hired to be my eyes for me. So I can just, there are smart glasses with a camera on the glasses, or you can use the camera on your iPhone on the app, and an agent is looking through your glasses through this camera at whatever you're seeing, and they have your profile set up, so they can do so much with you. They can order your Uber rides for you. They can see your Ubers. They can look at price tags for you and zoom in with a camera, take photos of things, email it to you. It's amazing.
Okay, so I think it was videos for you to see asked. Probably a dumb question, but how do you keep your hair so long and healthy?
Well, I have added some extensions in because I wanted my hair longer, but my hair is
naturally
to here, and naturally short. I never could grow my hair as long, so my natural hair is to like below my shoulders.
Okay, Escapable46 asks, which type of uveitis do you and your daughter have?
I don't
Georgia's over here, by the way. She just told me.
I had to go pick up an Arabella because Arabella went to pick it up.
Can you grab me a cup of water, baby girl? Yeah. Thank you, baby.
Because earlier I saw she's asking about which types, but I don't remember what types they are.
I don't know the specifics. I've lived with it all my life, so I've always just known it as
uveitis. Okay, Sam Houston asked, what's the difference between service dogs and guide dogs?
Okay, guide dogs are for the blind, only for the blind. And service dogs can be for other, disabilities. You have seizure dogs, right? You have diabetes dogs. You have people like we know kids who have juvenile arthritis who need service dogs for support. Like if they get, you got it for me?
She's coming.
They have service dogs to help give them support. So like if you sit down on the ground and they need help getting back up and their joints are not, they're not strong, they need help in mobility, so then they will use their dog to hold on to. So there's lots of different support service dogs.
Okay, Davina Ram says, random question, but what's your favorite makeup product?
Oh my gosh, my girls are helpful with all this stuff. I don't know. I love Mac. I love now James Charles because of my girls. Right?
Yes, his beautiful palette. I used it on your eyes today.
Yes, Isabella. Just some of my
I
makeup.
love so much makeup.
James Charles.
Casperian asked, the interior design in your home is so perfect and beautiful. How did you pick and choose what to buy?
I am just.
This is not your home. Well, I don't know if it's
Okay, this is not my house, but if you know my house, if you see some of my videos, of course, all my videos at home, I designed that with my husband. We are very good. We should have our own reality designing show because me and
Joanna
him.
Gaines are coming for you.
What?
I said Joanna Gaines are coming for you.
Yeah, we're so. He and I work so beautiful together. Like he knows my taste. He knows how to help me see. I know. Like our color wheel is the same. So when he says something is, like I don't know, sage green or whatever. Like I know what he's seeing. Like I know he knows my color. So I'll say to him, if he's looking at something, I'm like, what color is it? He goes, well, it's a brown. Okay, well, what can you relate it to that I know, right? And so he'll say, okay, you know this such and such thing we have at home, and you've maybe, so seen it years and years ago or something like that. That's the color of this. Or if you remember this color from when you were a kid, blah, 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 this is what that. So that's great. He knows textures that I like. So what we do usually when we go shopping for our home stuff, he will like scan stores and then like furniture or whatever. He knows my taste and he'll show me the things that he knows I'll be interested in, and then from those items or those pieces I can feel them and I say yes or no. And so he shows me. He's so good at taking my hands and showing me and describing in detail. My husband has an art background, so he's just amazing at all that stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
Princess Amina asked, do you know other blind people on YouTube?
Do I know other blind people on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Other blind YouTubers? Yeah. So, of course, Molly Burke, Lucy Edwards.
Lucy Edwards is so awesome. I love her. She is the cutest British accent.
And you guys, Lucy Edwards, I just love her. I've never chatted with Molly, even though Molly, we know each other. Molly has commented on some of my videos in the past, and I've replied back to her, but we've never actually had a conversation. I have reached out to Molly in comments and messages and sent her messages saying we should collab together, but I haven't ever had a response from her, but maybe someday she will. But Lucy is from the UK, Lucy Edwards, check her out. Lucy
Yesterday's Wishes.
Love her, she is amazing. She's 23, engaged.
To Ollie.
She has her black guide dog,
Olga.
And I think all three of us need to get together and
have a blind girl shopping
She
day.
is really amazing at doing makeup, you guys.
Yeah, she does a lot of makeup tutorials.
CoverGirl does a lot of makeup tutorials. Like that is her niche, makeup. I can do my own makeup, but that's not like
Your thing.
My part is to do like lots of different kind of videos. Like
Well,
I just
we're
love
100 viewers.
Huh?
100 viewers.
100 viewers right now? Okay, cool. Hey guys! I love doing, my videos are basically a reality of my life because I just don't want to showcase one thing or just teach on one thing about blindness. I want to show you what it's like to be a blind individual, a wife, a mom, a girl, just living life with blindness. And that might be me at home, hanging out with my kids, with my dogs, playing games, singing because I love to sing, shopping because I love to shop. Yeah, I just want my videos to be like just a reflection of who I am, being inspirational and helping others. But yeah, Lucy, you guys, she's so sweet. She and I will chat like on Facebook Messenger. The other day, we chatted for like 3 hours, and it was like our first time to chat. And
This was a while ago.
I said the other day.
Yeah, y'all
The girls
prevent
always
text.
say, "Mom, it's not the other day."
Yeah.
It feels. It was the other day. But we chatted a couple months ago, and it was like we have known each other forever, right? Isabella was there when we were talking, and she and I like connected, and I just felt like she's just been my friend, and we want to get together and collab. And if she can't come here,
I say we go to England.
yeah, that would be,
Actually,
I mean,
Let's get
so much fun.
traveling to your.
Okay, so So
Are you
I
not
think
supposed
we
to
should
remove
wrap this up here soon because it's getting
Okay.
pretty long and we need to
But I
pack.
told you, Lucy Edwards, she just did say yes to the dress.
Yeah, on TV.
So if you go, I just watched it last night in my hotel. So go to, just search for Lucy Edwards, say yes to the dress. And oh my gosh, it's so sweet. So, and she's completely blind and has been completely blind for 5 years.
Mhm.
And yeah, so.
Okay, SJ said, I think my question got lost in the comments. Oh, also for anyone that, like, you know, you commented something, you're still on, you want your question to be answered, just comment again.
'Cause after the
Or
video,
ever so
it's
long,
gonna go
because
away.
I sometimes hold on to them and then I miss all the new ones and then realize other things are like have been answered and other moderators have answered it. So yeah, just frequently ask your questions and I'll keep up. But I wanted to hold on to this since I don't like people feeling like they're left behind. So SJ said, have you ever heard of the YouTube channel Special Books by Special Kids?
Yeah.
Would you ever do a video with them?
I've heard of them just because of you guys. Something you've commented before to me. And I don't know much about them, so I can do some research about that, but I don't really know anything about them. So yeah.
Okay. Sam Houston says hashtag camera girl keeps rocking. Thanks for answering my question. I have a hashtag, guys. Okay.
We're saying make merch.
Make more.
Y'all, okay, Georgie thinks this is silly.
I think it'd be fun.
Georgie's like, Mom, I think it's just because I'm mom, and they don't see me like, I don't see me like this, and so it's just like kind of, is it funny?
Not funny, but it's just like
Cringy. Merch. I don't know. I don't even know if anyone would want it. That's my thing. Was like, what would you want? And you know, just like let me know in comments like what you would even want. Because my husband's like really talking. We actually have a friend who is starting to work up on some designs. So, you know, blind joy. You know, I don't know. My mottos are believing is seeing and joy is a choice. Yeah. So. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas what you'd like to see on some merch, let me know.
Okay, I'm really behind.
people dream.
Okay. Hashtag camera girl rocks.
do blind people dream.
We dream. Blind people dream. I can only speak from my perspective because I can't be in anyone else's like minds to know what they're seeing. And I think someone who's been blind from birth would see differently than I see in my dreams, right? I always tell people like if you've never seen anything with your eyes, it's your dreams are going to be different. I have been completely blind for 11 years and my dreams are changing. I used to be much more visual in my dreams when I first lost my sight, like to the point where I'd wake up and I would open my eyes and I would see nothing and I would cry and want to go back to sleep again so I could see again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the more I have got used to my blindness and have accepted my blindness and have learned to see through my blindness, I see through my blindness. I dream, my dreams are very vivid, but they're not visual. They're through feelings and I sense things. I don't dream in color usually. Occasionally I'll dream in color, and like this one time, I remember this dream, my favorite color is yellow, bright canary yellow. And yes, I remember colors just like I could see yesterday. If you tell me any color, I can imagine it right now. And that's what makes it really easy for me to put outfits together. As long as I know the colors, I can envision it and I know exactly how to put the outfit together. And so I had this dream where everything people had on was yellow, bright yellow, and it was crisp and beautiful and just the way I used to see. And it was just so amazing. And I had this other dream. These are rare dreams I get. And I had this other dream a few months ago where I saw red and I had like this, I remember looking in the mirror and I had like a red lipstick on, and I never see me in dreams. I never see my face or anything. And this day I actually saw my face the way I used to see and could see my reflection. And I saw red lips, my dark hair, and I had a red, really beautiful Christmas red sweater on it. And it's just gorgeous. And I woke up, I was just like, I can see it was just, yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, our moderator Jacob has been asking for a while. How do you entertain yourself?
You guys entertain me.
I like you guys. This comment, everyone's so sweet. So I say,
People say we should start a channel.
How do I entertain myself? Clean. I am obsessive about being blind. I need things in order. I need things in order. I cannot live in a messy house or I won't find anything. So I like to have, even though I can't see floors that have dog hair on them, I know my dog shed, and so I'm obsessive about vacuuming and cleaning surfaces. If there's any like crumbs or sticky on any, that is so I'm always cleaning.
And you also feel like you watch a lot of YouTube sometimes.
I do. I'm entertained, and I watch through listening. I don't watch a lot of TV because a lot of I'm just not.
It's not as much commentary.
No, you guys, it's a full-time job. I manage my channel, if you don't know, all by myself with my eyes closed. I do.
People are saying that we should create a YouTube channel. I'm saying maybe we could just create more videos of us and our friends instead on this channel.
Or okay, I was just gonna say really quick. Actually, go check out my mom's Instagram. It's Joy Ross Blind.
My girls are gonna help me with my Instagram. I manage so much on my own. But Joy Ross Blind.
Yeah, send us. You guys are so sweet. So just send a DM there. And I'm thinking maybe about me and Georgiana could do have our a joint Instagram.
Yeah,
as
for
well.
You guys. Because you have a private ones, but then we can make
like a community.
Yeah.
And it'd be so cute, and I think it'd be really fun.
But yeah,
you guys should go check it out.
But you guys, I'm busy a lot with Someone had said that was one of the sweetest comments yesterday. Someone has said on one of my newer videos that they don't even watch maybe all of my video. Like if I post a video, if it's especially a long one, I'm sure that one was 18 minutes. The shopping one I did there, they said something like even if we don't watch the whole video, even if I don't watch the whole video, I love scrolling to the comments and seeing reading people's comments and then reading your replies and even the ones that you just put a heart. It makes them happy to see that I am very engaged with you guys, and I really want to be engaged with you, and that takes a lot of effort blindly I have to write, and it takes a lot to type and to write and to scroll through with voiceover comments, and so it's kind of a full-time job for me. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so I work on, my social media, and then creating videos and ideas, and then still being a mom and cleaning and doing laundry, and yeah.
Okay, someone asked Gina Spanish. Love your videos. Christy Rivera says that, by the way.
I took it in high school and college, and I could maybe understand a little bit. Yeah, speak it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people saying we should make a channel, which I think would also be fun. Me and my friend Ilaria, the other day were talking. Okay, we were joking about writing a song and doing a funny music video to it.
Hilarious.
And so I think I should just make a channel. We should all have a group channel, and we just post really funny things of us dancing. And we would have to have an audio description type of deal. Yeah. Here, Georgiana, would you like to talk a little bit?
Ilaria's friend. It started last year.
You're all theater kids.
Yes, we're all theater kids, so we're very theatrical. The Falling.
The Falling. Ilaria and I created a band called The Falling.
Yeah, so
she's dark black and I'm light white.
And then I'm medium gray or something like that.
And we create songs on the piano. When she comes over, we'll create songs. So we have a song called Fall. Fall is the best season of them all. We have
It's
insane.
a seasons album.
Yeah, it's a season album. We have Frostbite, and then we have something about noodles.
Summertime,
and then we also have spaghetti. Something like that.
But they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good songs. It's okay. First of all, The Falling was a screamo band. It was really funny. It's fall is the best season of them all. Fall. It was really funny.
Laurie has the lyrics written in her phone, and we play them, and so.
And I think we would be a really funny channel. I'm sorry, but not to brag.
And we're going to do some fun videos together, you guys, you and your friends, and me.
We tried cheerleading. I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, you can go look in the previous video. I think we should just make some videos with our friends because we would enjoy it. I think Landon would have a good time too.
And
Landon would
all my
edit.
girls' friends, you guys are so great with me. Even they don't treat me differently, and it's just really nice when when they're over. It's just I'm just like any other mom and having kids, and we love our house is always full of tons of kids.
Yes.
And lots of fun, good drama. Yeah, good drama, not bad drama.
Mm-hmm.
They're all good kids.
We do fake reality TV shows.
Yes, we do, and they're hilarious.
Reality TV show music, and we'll pretend to be people,
And be I can't believe Brittany just did that, guy, and it's really funny. And then the scene, and then Georgiana will put like a can of beans in an actual pot, and then she'll flip the can of beans, and then Landon comes over, and then he just changes the whole show, and then he turns into a cooking show, and then he's like, hi, I'm what's that dude's name? Like Santana, Australian accent, and then he changes like character. Yeah, I'm Gordon Ramsay, and so he's like, and he's it's so funny. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just. Yeah, a lot of singing.
Lots of singing.
And acting.
And acting. Yeah. So theater kids, it shows. It shows.
Any other questions?
Okay. People are talking about languages in the comments. Melly P, she also said earlier for us to call her Melissa because her name's Melissa. She says, "What's one thing you want to accomplish this year?" Also, we need to get not cleaning, packing.
Our flight, we have to leave here at 3 a.m. in the morning.
So we're not going to bed.
We're not going to bed.
So we're just like having a little.
Hey, we might do a live video at the airport.
Okay, so but what was your what's the thing, Mama? What's the thing you want to accomplish this year?
I'll call Jack.
Text him and just tell him.
No, I'm calling him.
Okay. I don't even know what I want to accomplish this year. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't thought that far. You know what I really want to do eventually? I don't know if that will happen this year, but I really want to. I just want. I would love to be on Ellen.
I think it'll be so fun.
That would be amazing. I really do. I just want to. I want my story to reach a bigger audience, and I think that it would be so amazing and so fun, and I just love her, and yeah. So
also a very fun theatrical person.
Yeah. And I think she would love my. Yeah, you guys. I just gotta do my favorite trick, okay? Because this is fun. I like to make people laugh. Okay. Ready to watch this?
We're not going to bed. So
okay. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I love you.
Spooky.
Okay. Blind viewers, I just twisted my eyeballs, so I look different. But it doesn't really look any different to me.
Oh, people are saying, let's write Ellen. I say, go ahead and write Ellen.
Okay. You guys, you want to see the real me? This is not gross at all. Okay.
Boom.
I have eyes. They're just really small. And, I just took my eyes out, so I took my eyes out. But I don't care. And if anybody has a disability out there and you're just worried about, like, people accepting you, and I used to be that way when I was, younger too, before I lost all my sight. I used to worry about, like, being even myself just accepting my blindness and being okay with others knowing about it and not being embarrassed to have a white cane. And, so I don't have eyes in right now. My eyes, what do they look like, girls? I haven't seen them in 11 years.
They're small, clouded. I don't know, I'm just used to it a little bit. So it's
they're just closed?
Not necessarily closed more, they're just smaller and just definitely clouded over, but it's no different. Like, it's not weird to me at all.
What color do they look?
Slightly blue.
But my eyes are brown.
Brown, yes.
Like
the color part, I forgot what part of the eye that is.
The pupil or the iris?
The iris, yes, is more clouded over, so it has more of a blue hue to it, but you actually have brown eyes underneath.
I'm a brown-eyed girl, like my prosthetic eyes, but so I don't sleep with my eyes, and right now actually they're hurting me. Not hurting me, but my eyes are getting really dry, so that's why I was putting in my drops. I have to, when I put my eyes in the morning, I will wash them off with, I don't wash them with soap, because honestly I used to do that, and then my eyes, I think it messed up the pH balance, and so when I would put them in, it started creating a conjunctivitis kind of like reaction. So I've learned, I don't know, my eyes do great. I've been wearing prosthetic eyes since
for a long time.
19 years, 20 years old. So I wash them under hot water in the mornings, and then I just put this eye drop in and I know which eye is what. This is my left eye, because I do it by feel. It's a triangle shape, and this bulge that's on the front of the eye is my left eye, because the bulge is on the inside to the right of the triangle. So I know that bulge is going to go towards my nose. It's going to point towards my nose, so that's my left eye. And I put it in like a big contact. So if anyone thinks I'm faking my blindness, I always point them back to my prosthetic eyes playlist, because it's very eye-opening, I think,
Eye-opening, haha.
Random dude, and
yeah, I was supposed to say.
Destiny Sampson has been pointing out for a while and said, can you make merch? And random dude said, what's random dude's name again?
Emerson
said the most asked question on here, are you planning on making merch?
So
okay,
hopefully.
Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want. I would love it if I had merch with Braille.
Yes, someone said that earlier. I don't remember
Okay,
who, but someone did say that earlier.
I think like something brailled, like my name, Joy, maybe my Antonia's, my first guiding angel's middle name was Hope, and Arabella's middle name is Faith, and they're very significant middle names because Tony gave me hope for my future without eyesight, and Arabella has given me faith to keep moving forward in this life and without Tony, and then of course I choose Joy, right? So maybe something with, I don't know, merge with Joy, hope and faith. I don't know. You guys.
Yeah.
I'm up for fun stuff too.
I think we could do like some cute fashion, like not like more subtle stuff, you know, and then maybe some more out there. Cute blind. I thought of something really funny the other day that you could put on a shirt, but I don't remember it. So let's see. It was really good in my head. That's all.
Eyesight to have vision. Oh, you know what I've been wanting to do, and I need to do a separate video because this video is so long. But another thing I hear in the blind community, and it's natural to talk about, and people in life just talk about it in the sighted world. When you talk about, people say like when you lose your sight, right? People just say, oh, when did you lose your vision? And that's a normal thing. I used to talk like that to you. And I don't speak that way anymore because I started like listening to what I was saying, and I would see my titles of videos about my vision loss or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait, hold on. This whole journey I've been on, I have, I've lost eyesight, but I've gained vision.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have eyesight to have vision. You can lose your sight, right? If you're, losing your sight right now, that might fade away. But one thing that will always remain, and you have complete control over, is where you're going. I mean, you can see ahead, like in your heart, in your mind, right? You can dream. You can look ahead with your heart and to see where you're going. So even though you lose your sight, the most important thing is never losing sight in where you're going. Yeah?
Okay.
Am I good?
Yes.
That's what I believe in. So hard.
Okay.
My whole heart.
So, Raphael Neek, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
How many people do we have?
Up 75 at the moment. It's been fluctuating for a while.
Well, because we're on forever.
Yeah, it's 100 minutes at the moment. So we need to. I'm having fun.
Okay, you like to chat.
I'm a very chatty person. Okay, anyways, but he said, to most people, you are definitely some sort of a role model, but do you feel like you are?
I would like to think that I am because, I don't know, I've gone through so much and I've learned so much and I share so much of my life. I hope that I'm not perfect, you guys, and I tell you that I am not perfect. I am the first to tell you that I make mistakes every day. I'm, as a wife, as a mom, as a friend, and I'm just like you. I have my hard days and my depressed days and days when I get frustrated and angry and, and I'm human. So, but I do, and I think that makes me a role model. I don't want to be put up on a pedestal to be like this perfect person. So I want to be an equal to you, but I want to be someone that you can relate to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Alex asked, I love the jewelry you wear. I think jewelry
yeah, let's read that.
Lovely.
And also Casperian said merch for dogs, which I think is a cute idea.
$5. Joy, give us joy. Thank
Oh my
you
goodness.
Who did that?
Rihanna Marie.
Rihanna, thank you so much. Give you a big hug for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't ever ask for this, you guys.
I didn't even know that was enabled.
So when we first did a live video
in the car
on our road trip tonight, someone, Isabel said donated 99 cents, and I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that is crazy because I don't even ask for
Thank you, Rihanna.
But thank you guys. And if that was you who donated, I didn't see who that was, haha. So I didn't.
But I will make sure to always, me or Georgiana will always make sure to point out who sent in the super chat, I believe it is called, and what's the other one? There's another one that comes with the message, the other one doesn't.
She wants to follow our Instagram. Let's do it.
Yes.
So we read your guys' comments, just letting you know.
Yeah, I read every single one that's coming through, so, but I'm trying to get through efficiently. So don't.
And I like to talk, so I kind of sometimes like, okay.
Yeah.
Jacob Graff, our moderator, asked, how many pets have you had?
Okay, we have,
kitties.
When my husband and I first got married, we had 2 cats, Samson and Delilah. And then when Isabella was a year old, it was getting challenging for me with a baby being blind and having packs and kitty litter, and my husband was having to do, and then like taking care of a baby. And then the first time Isabella was crawling around, and I realized something was in her hand, and I opened her hand. And parenting with babies being blind was a challenge in itself, but found her with something in her hand, and it was a kitty turd. Yeah, and she was putting it up to her mouth, and that's when I realized, I was like, this is hard, you guys, and I don't want to, you know, my first baby. And so it was just a lot we were dealing with. So we gave our 2 kitties to some friends, and they took really good care of them. And then after that, we didn't have any pets until I lost my sight in 2008. And in 2009, I went to Guide Dogs for the Blind, and I received Antonia Hope, who you all know, my yellow lab, my first angel. And then we had her, and then I was going through my hard time in my life with my sickness and being hospitalized, and we were really needing something joyful in our life, and I thought I wanted another baby. Yeah, and then I was really evaluating having another child, but I was so sick, I knew that wasn't really something we could do at the time, and wanted to add on to our family at that time. So I was like, well, let's get a puppy. Let's get a puppy. And like, I wanted something for the girls because it was so hard what we were going through as a family. So we went and we adopted our little Lily. Who a lot of you don't know.
She's got a haircut, so now she's really cute, not scruffy.
She's a terrier chihuahua mix.
Cairn terrier chihuahua.
We rescued her.
And Dad nursed her back to health.
Yeah, because we
were really young.
Sick. She was 6 pounds, and we got her healthy, and
now she's thriving.
Find our family very quickly, and yeah. So Lily, her name is Liliana Hart.
Because we had Antonia, and then we wanted Liliana.
Liliana.
Okay, Georgiana wanted the name Lily Hart, just Hart, and I was like, we're not doing that. I thought I want to name my dog Lily after Lily from Hannah Montana. But I knew I couldn't just do Lily, so I'm like Liliana to be spicy.
So we call her Lily.
I call her Lily because I want her to be Lily from Hannah Montana.
Liliana Hart.
Liliana Hart. So we added Lily. And then, as you all know, I got Arabella. Arabella. And I got her last February, and so that's it. Oh, we had some
okay, wait. I have another question before. Casperian asked this earlier, and I meant to say, but I passed my mind, and I was looking through other things. But they said, will you guys ever get a P.O. box to accept gifts and letters from your subscribers? A lot of YouTubers have them. So I meant that you needed to talk about this.
It's in her About section,
If you go to my About section, at the very top of the About section, I have an address. It doesn't say P.O. box, but it is a...
P.O. box.
It's a P.O. box. It's an address because a P.O. box might be small, and people were sending me, or wanting to send me when Tony died, some bigger boxes, and I don't know, I guess.
So
it's a bigger.
Send stuff to us.
So if you just go to the address, we will go pick it up.
Okay, Landon
wait, I have something.
What inspired you to start a YouTube channel and become a famous worldwide
If
icon?
you just go back in the video about 20 minutes, I actually just went through that whole story.
That's Landon.
But Mom, this is Landon. Landon
What,
Schmidt.
Yeah.
Landon! I didn't even hear your name. Landon!
A superstar icon.
Landon!
Landon. That's definitely Landon.
Landon!
You need to do more videos, just saying.
Landon's a
We should cook.
We just need to have
He is the star of our reality TV
Stuff for you,
shows.
just saying. Landon could cook stuff for you guys.
Okay, anyways, Sam Houston says 100 minutes. Oh, I thought that weird. 100 minutes, and I'm still here. OMG. And then she said, we all make mistakes and fight evil on the daily, but you are so inspirational. How can I donate? I don't know how to donate. So.
There's a little cash button next to the chat. There's like a little money icon.
Okay.
But we don't need it, guys. You're fine.
Oh, but that is so sweet. I mean, I don't ask for any of that. So, I mean, it's very sweet of you to even want to do something for me. But I don't ask for anything. I just, yeah, I just love your comments. Your comments are like all that I need, you know?
Okay, I would.
Hannah was such a good show.
Yes.
We
Okay.
will totally watch
Hannah Montana, Good Luck Charlie, Wizards of Waverly Place, That's a Raven, all of them. Okay, Shannon Donald, I meant to answer her question also earlier, but we had you. So, anyways, Shannon Donald said, my hubby called, so I dropped out of the conversation, LOL. Did you happen to ask my question? Is there something that hasn't been invented yet, or something you wish they would improve for the blind?
Oh my gosh. Something, I don't know. There's so, I guess I would have to be in the moment to think about. I don't know. I'm not thinking. I'm so kind of tired. I don't know. Have you girls
I don't know.
Joy for the driving car, self-driving cars.
Yeah, that's the one.
I think if I, here in the blind community, the number one thing we would like and miss is just the freedom to be able to go on our own and go places without having to, you know, call on, you know, our share ride services, family, friends, and take buses. You know, if we could just, you know, drive ourselves, it would just make our life so much easier. But there's so many things. I'm sure once, if I was to sit and think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes.
Melly P said, can you please share a favorite memory with your guide dog Antonia? Something that makes you smile when you think about it. Thanks for answering my questions, love you.
Okay, I would have to say it was the very first, my first outing with Antonia. I mean, there's so many with Antonia, but this memory, when I tell her story of how, like, she changed my life, this would be the memory I always share. And I can still see it in my mind, not visually, but I remember through the way it felt when she was guiding me, and I remember the feeling of the sun hitting my face and the wind blowing and the freedom I felt. I thought my life was over when I lost my sight, and when I got Antonia, okay, you guys, I didn't even like dogs. Surprise, I didn't like dogs. And I knew though, when I lost my sight, like God put started this love in my heart for dogs and for labs. And I started dreaming about a yellow lab. I had no idea I was going to get a yellow lab. I had no idea. I was up for black or yellow. I didn't care, male or female. And so you know, so anyway, when I received Antonia, number one, she was a yellow lab. Number two, she was a girl, which I already had my two girls, Isabella, Georgiana, and then she came with her name and.
So are we switching cameras so I can hold it?
Yeah,
so
let's getting break.
I'm gonna go start cleaning and packing.
So Antonia was, you know, perfect name for my girl, Antonia. And when I went out for first date, I was, like I said, still grieving my loss of sight, still coming to terms with my loss of sight, and not loss of vision, but loss of sight. And I remember taking her harness in my hand, her handle in my left hand, and we were at this park in Portland, and like I said, it was a sunny day, which was magical to be sunny in January. And I gave her the command forward.
I'm sorry, guys, it's shaky.
Are you?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get still so I can comfortable so I can see.
We were walking down this pathway, right, in this park, and we were flying so fast, you guys. And it was the first time since I had lost my sight in that year, it had been a year, that I felt free again. I felt like I was independent. And I always tell people, like, the dreams that I thought had died when I lost my sight, like I was grieving my dreams that were dead, that I thought I was never going to get to see it again, to come to life again. I was seeing those dreams. The mom that I once was, that I wanted to be, as my girls were going to be growing up. The independent wife, the girl who loved to go shopping and to be out on my own. I could see that joy coming back into my life. And it was so beautiful. I remember feeling like this joy in my heart, and I was smiling from ear to ear, and I was just like, oh, I'm so excited. I can live a life without sight, and it might be different. Instead of being by myself walking, you know, I'm holding on to this amazing, beautiful animal. And that's the day when I came back to my dorm room at Guide Dogs for the Blind, and I cried and I cried and cried with Antonia in my arms. And I gave her the middle name of Hope that day because she gave me hope.
Someone said, will you guys ever do meet and greets? Come to New Jersey. This is Rihanna, who also donated. So
I don't know anything about, like, the meet and greet thing, like how it would work, and if there would be enough of you guys that would want to come and meet me. So I would love to.
Landon said, what's the story behind Georgie and Izza's names? And then cowboy emoji.
Isabella, I guess I never told you. I don't know, Isabella, I just love the name Isabella. I'd seen this when I was pregnant with Izza. I saw this TV like show about a documentary on this little girl who was sick. She was like a 3-year-old or 2 or 3-year-old, and she was this sweet little girl, and her story, I don't even remember her story, but I just remember this little girl's name was Isabella, and it was just so beautiful. I thought this name and her story, she was just this beautiful little girl, and I was just like, oh, Isabella, and I said I would love to give her my middle name, my name as her middle name, so Isabella Joy, and my husband was like, that's it. And then with Georgiana, I was looking at baby names, and my husband's name was George, and so I was thinking of some different names Priscilla, Gabriella. I wanted something to flow with Isabella, and then I thought of Georgiana. And Isabella basically named Georgiana because I said, Isabella, what name do you like out of all these?
Gabriella, Priscilla, and Georgiana.
And Isabella.
Since Dad's name is George.
And my husband was shooting down like every name that I was like, he would come up with some reason like, no, that's, whatever. He was just like, no, that's not gonna be. I don't like that name. So I was like, okay, so these are the top like 3 or whatever at the time. And then I asked Isabella, and she's like, I like the daddy name. And so the George, and so she started calling Georgie Nana, and that was it. So, yeah. So anyway, when I got Antonia, it was like 3 Italian, beautiful names, and it was meant to be.
Okay, I'm trying to go back to a comment someone commented a little bit ago. Okay, maybe I can't find it. If you commented something, maybe comment again.
Y'all hear
my asking you about that earlier in the chat. Just
Oh yeah, about your watch.
Okay. I can't see it. People, on my new videos, because I have my Apple Watch, everyone's asking, so you can't, how are you?
People are saying kisses from Paris.
What? I want to come to Paris.
Oh,
let's do meet and greet in Paris. Let's all go.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, what is that?
Oh, so someone's also from the UK. Raphael?
UK, I want to go there. I have not been outside of
I went to Canada
and that's it.
Yeah, it's
but my Apple Watch is,
you
Mini?
wait, close,
Mini?
turn it so you can see like
come on.
South Dakota. Question: do you like traveling?
Can you see it?
Yeah. Do you like traveling?
That was hard. It's stressful traveling.
Oh yeah, I don't like planes.
Oh my gosh, just us girls.
You know what? We've gotten better.
We didn't even do any videos on our travel trip down here because it was so stressful.
My friend Macy Timberlake, shout out to Macy. Guys.
Macy?
She's not on, but I'm just saying shout out for her in general because
she
said you guys better be vlogging.
Is she texting you?
No, but I'm just talking about her.
Their friends were saying we better see some airport videos, because
and then I was like, Macy,
we were overwhelmed. It was crazy. It's hard. My girls are amazing, but usually with my husband traveling with us, it's easier, and so it's a lot of, they have to be my eyes for me. So what you see in the other videos, like these airport employees helping me, they're just helping me, but you got to think if these are still my kids, and they're still kids, and they're amazing, but it's just a lot more when you have me, and then you got them, and we got all of our stuff, and then yeah. So.
Landon said, can we bring back the tie down? I think Georgie deserves it. I also made him a moderator.
The tie down, when we got Antonia, my girls were so naughty with Antonia.
Georgiana tried riding her like a horsey.
Oh, and that's, yeah.
She was 3, Izza was 6, and they decided one day, because they wanted Antonia to be with them
be a
and not
horse.
to run away. So we had these tie downs that, it's like a little metal ring that we put into the wall so I could hook her like a short leash too, so I can keep her in one place so she, doesn't roam around the house when she's a brand new dog and it's not used to.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, the girls were like, they had an idea. They would put down, they hooked together like these like 2 tie downs, and then the leash.
I know. I make more than 2 long
then
ones.
the leash. Then she made the dog leash a long leash. And had Antonia attached to all of these imagine a really long leash. And I walked into my bedroom this is like maybe the day after I got Tony. And I come in, I was like, where's Tony? And I go in the bedroom, and the girls had my bedroom door shut with Tony tied down to all these tie downs. And the poor thing was like, please, Mommy, help me. And my husband and I disciplined our girls that day in a very loving way, but a wonderful way.
We'll put it in the dog's position.
So if you guys, I think it's
Flip
in
the rolls.
the Ross family videos on my playlist. You have to go see this video. We're telling them more about Blind Joy. I think it's on the Ross family videos. And there's a video of my 2 beautiful, precious babies at 3 and 6 standing on Antonia's bed, and we have a tie-down hook on each of their belt loops of their jeans, and we had them tied down.
I remember it was traumatic in the time. No, it wasn't. No, but
Okay, I just got pouty.
yeah, Isabel stayed silent.
My husband's video, and
I'm glad you guys did it though.
Asking them why they did what they did, and I said, if you want Antonia to love you, you have to treat her with respect, and you have to be good with her. You cannot, tie her down and
be
trap her. And It was the saddest little thing because they say that Jordy has her blankie and her thumb in her mouth, and she's like looking at her sister.
Checking at me for me.
She's like,
oh, Isabel, what are you
say
going
to me?
to say?
Isabel, what are you going to say? Speak, Isabel. Talk. And Isabel's like,
Okay, internet asked, who does the video editing?
I do.
She does it all. I mean, sometimes, and sometimes I help too.
There's like there's small little edits that sometimes my voiceover can't do if I'm trimming like a millisecond, right, girls?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes there's like really small milliseconds I need to trimmed off of video in the beginning or the end. And with voiceover, it takes bigger chunks of trims when I trim in my camera roll app. And so when those little tiny edits I need done, I will say, girls, can you trim off that just like half a second or something like that? And I do that. But I do all my editing, so like 98% of it's me. And I sit and I, so the video like you just saw, which is the video of the roller coaster, I did the mountain coaster. I did all that. The one of me shopping and trying on Easter dresses, I edited all that. And I do it in the car. I'll be whatever. If I had my iPhone, I could show their video on my phone. But I, with finger swipes and finger twists, and I go into my camera app and I click on a video, and then no sight, no screen curtain. If you look at my screen, it'll be black. And I just do it by listening, and I can show you in a video. So I'll do a video.
Okay.
But I do it myself.
Okay, Landon said, can we also get a tour of all your scents and candles? I think it's an addiction.
No, see, Landon has seen all of my, I have a cat under my kitchen sink. It's like candles, and I've done a video showing you how I light my candles completely blind. And there's, special like technique that I do to do that. And then I have a whole perfume counter in my bedroom with like 100 scents that are amazing. So, okay, anyone else have any good questions before we end up? Because we gotta go. We gotta pack.
Ah, we gotta pack some.
So I'm just blasting my friend sent me something.
Okay.
Still, actually?
Yeah, we have 65.
I just texted Laria saying to get on. So we can see.
Someone said, Melly said, "Hi Joy, I'm glad I caught your live stream. You were so inspirational, amazing. I absolutely love how upbeat and positive you are all the time." And it said, "How do you keep up your positive attitude and even amidst negative situations?" I can't say that word.
It is not always easy, and I've had my days where I definitely get down, and I talked about that in a video a couple weeks back. I've talked about stuff I've been going through and how it's not easy. And I think that we all go through difficult days, difficult weeks, difficult months and years, and it's okay to have our moments. And the only thing that gets me through my dark days, no pun intended. Actually, they're not dark and they're not physically dark, but it can be really hard. And I can't see light, so it's definitely when you're already going through like maybe a challenging situation beyond blindness, when you're dealing with pain, physical pain, just things not going your way. I run into things a lot, or in my just like I have normal things that are hard. It can be very easy to get discouraged, but I just I'm a Christian, and I'm always like praying, asking God to help me. I sing songs that like inspire me and touch my heart, and I find a lot of strength and healing through singing, and through just praising God, like through my pain. And sometimes it's like hard to like. Sometimes it's hard just to. What, 13?
I feel like I have a bunch of questions too.
Let me just finish my.
Okay.
Just tapping me on my foot. And I'm like, what? But no, it's just sometimes it's hard. But whenever I start singing and I start speaking things that I know is true, it like starts changing my attitude. So just start thinking and just feeding your heart and your mind. I listen to other inspirational people on YouTube. To just feed my spirit and to get my mind in a different mindset,
Astrid asked, "Did you go to college?"
I went to community college, so yeah, and I had to drop out of school. Oh, this is funny. Actually, I dropped out of school. This is not funny, but I dropped out of school because of my juvenile arthritis became so severe that I couldn't get out of bed. My arthritis was really in my knees and my hands, like. All of my joints was becoming affected. I couldn't hardly move. I couldn't yeah, it was a challenge for me just to get out of bed. So I actually had to drop out of school, and then I became pregnant with Isabella. I was continuing my college after I was married, and so I was going to school before all of this happened. My goal for my life, you guys, was to be a speaker. I wanted to somehow be a public speaker, and I had no desire. This is the cool thing about my blindness, you guys. My blindness has played into like I believe it's just been a part of my story of what God had intended for me, to fulfill my dream in my heart that I didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, I had a dream to speak and to influence others through public speaking and to teach it. I was thinking about maybe being a professor in speech communications and something like that, and I love to talk. So I said, okay, talking doesn't require sight, so I could do this, you know? But then things got sidetracked right with my arthritis and then getting pregnant, and then the rest is history. And through all of these things that I thought were, you know, like things just, it was not, like my babies were a blessing and a gift to me, but my life didn't, you know, it kind of turned a different direction than I was going. Does that make sense? And so it was amazing how even though it turned a different direction, God turned it back. It worked for my good. It like turned it back around to go in the direction that I first had in my heart. But it's better than I ever dreamt before back then. Yeah.
Okay, Melly P, or Meli P asked, did the girls ever have to keep their distance from Antonia and Arabella when you first got them so that you could build your bond with them first?
Yes. It is hard.
Landon has answered yes.
Yes, especially, yes, for both dogs. Right, girls?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, you girls, you can say hi, you can pet her, you can love on her.
Laria's on, by the way.
But you, hi, Laria. But you have to respect.
And she said, I love and miss you. We miss you too.
I miss you. But yeah, my girls, I told them, like, listen, they need to know that I'm number one. Where's Arabella?
She's right down. She's like sleeping.
So they have to know that I'm number one, and we're building this relationship and bond, and I need her, you know, to know, because she loves to play, and she loves the girls, and she loves my husband, and but I, you know, so yeah, that was just kind of important. And then now it's different. So now we've been together for over a year, and so with time you can kind of loosen a little bit those reins, and you can just have more freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like she knows she's mine. Yep. She follows me everywhere. I take a shower, she's there.
And a long time ago, someone asked a question. It was a long time ago. They asked, "How do you pick out your outfits?"
I do it all by feel. I don't know. I know all my clothes by feel. Yeah.
When we were younger, she used to pick out our outfits too.
Yeah, and I would pick all the girls' clothes out, and I used to
matching outfits.
My girls have they dress a lot alike, and that started when they were little because they couldn't see, and I wanted people in public to know that my two girls they're sisters, and they belong together. So if they were dressed differently, people might notice they might not notice on the playground that they were sisters. So, but if they dressed alike, right, that 3 and 5-year-old, you know, are going to stand out in the big crowd of kids on the playground, right? And I could say to another parent that was standing by me, okay, do you see, like if I knew, you know, Georgiana was by me, but I didn't know where Isabella was, I could say to another parent, do you see the other child? Do you see another kid out there who looks just like this one, right? Do you see the other one another one looks like this one but a little taller? And then they'd be like, oh yeah, she's on the slide. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So, and then, you know, so that was just really great. But no, I pick everything out by, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm blind. I know all my shoes by, like when I pick out like these boots or like my Fry leather boots, and I have, most all my boots are black. Black is easy. I know black is black. Brown can be different colors. Gray different shades of gray, but black is black. So I stick with those colors that I know are true to be black.
You guys can ask some questions, by the way, if you want to.
These questions. Boots have tabs on the side, pull tabs, and they have like metal little rivets here on the side. So when I'm feeling all my shoes on my boots, I feel for special details on the shoes that stand out. So I know that these are these boots. And all my leggings are black. And if they are different, they have some tactile thing that I can feel to know. My shirts, sweaters, I can just feel, I have a whole bunch of like sweaters and tops or dresses, and I can feel through with my finger eyes really quickly, like through, and I feel all the outfits, and I feel them, and there's, like I said, there's certain things on each sweater or top or dress that I know it makes that one that color. Like I have to memorize so much though. Okay, this sweater, this shirt I have on, I know that I have it in a gray and I have it in a mauve color. So sometimes I will cut the tag out of one color, and I know that, okay, the gray one has the tag and the mauve one doesn't have a tag. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I stick with all silver jewelry. I love silver.
Astrid asked, what's your favorite fragrance?
That's not an easy question. Because,
we should do a video on your perfume counter.
I don't know. I have so many that I love, but I probably would say one of my very favorites is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla.
Yes,
Vanilla.
so good.
Vanilla. So it has tobacco and a sweetness, and it's amazing. And I love scents that have oud. Anything that's oud, which is this like exotic smell from the Middle East, that's really amazing. But I love so many.
Hi, Victoria said, hi, I'm in nursing school, and you've helped me so much to learn how to work with people with disabilities. Thank you so much for showing how to help people who are visually impaired.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Lana says something in a different language. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's talking to someone in Russian. He's talking, I think, a little bad.
Ask some people that we talk to Lincoln all the time.
Okay,
so
so
sorry, you can talk to me at home.
April says, are you required to wear prosthetics, or are there other options? Sorry if it's
I don't have to wear prosthetic eyes. I wear prosthetic eyes because it makes me feel more alert, like awake, because my eyes, I feel like I have to work at holding my eyelids open more when I don't have my eyes in, because my eyes are so much weaker. So when the prosthetics are in, my eyes rest on top of, like they're held naturally open with the prosthetics, and they just kind of rest on top of the shell. So they move with my real eyes. It just, I don't know, it just makes me feel, it's kind of like I've done it for so long that it just feels natural. But my real kind of other reason why I wear prosthetics is I want people, it's so sad, and this is the frustrating thing I hate about sight.
Oh, Cameron's on. Sorry, she said love and miss your family.
The sad thing that I hate about sight is that people are visual and judge people based on their appearance, and that is a shame. But it is true, and it's our world and our society. And even though I don't judge people based on their appearance, I want people to hear my heart. And I think that if people see that I look somewhat like, of course, like I look like you or normal with my eyes, then once I give them an opportunity to talk to me, they open up their life to let me share with them my life, then I can take my eyes out for them and I show them, look, I don't have to have eyes to be me. And I'm the same joy with or without my eyes. And it's just, yeah. So.
Okay, I'm trying to.
You're wanting to go through more.
Yeah, okay, people ask some more questions. Seems like your man is lucky to have you as a wife. Someone said.
You know what? My husband does not get enough.
He needs to be more videos.
He does. How amazing is your daddy?
He's amazing, and I love him, and I've been talking to him all day, and I miss him.
You know, and it's sad because y'all don't know him, so there's like sometimes I hear some people have seen him in a couple of videos, and just because he doesn't talk in some of my videos, or most of them, he's not in them, people will judge him incorrectly. And I'm like, oh, you guys, you just need to know the most amazing husband. He has sacrificed and has given his life for me, not because he has to, he loves me. I mean, I told him when I was going through the worst years of my life, when I lost my sight and I was addicted to the prescription drugs, and I was PICC lines in my arm with infections, hospitalized. He lost his wife for 3 years, and I could hardly be a mom, and he was being mom and dad. And I told him to leave me. I told him, I said, George, you're better off. And I told him this several different times when I've gone through difficult things. I'm like, I feel like I'm holding you back, and I don't want to ever be a burden. You know, like, he is just amazing. And you know what he tells me? Okay, just even like the past, I've been dealing with another skin infection that I'm like feeling like now finally I'm like I have no bandage on tonight, so it just feels so good on my face. And I'm still finishing healing, but I'm doing so much better. But I've been going through so much, and there was a day where I was just crying. I was in so much pain, and I called him, or I texted him, and I was telling him, like, I'm just, and he would say, Joy, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm hurting, and you know, a lot of times I don't want to tell them because, like, how bad my days are, how much pain I'm in, because I don't want to bring anyone else down, you know. And I was just like, you know, if I get quiet, he's like, Joy, you're not talking. What's wrong? What's going on? How are you feeling? And I remember this text several months ago, and I texted him, and I said, I'm so sorry. I feel like, you know, like I said, you deserve, that was what I said to him. I said, I'll never forget this. I said, you deserve the greatest reward for staying with me through all these years of the pain, you know, that I've gone through. And you know what he said back to me? He says, Joy, you have it all wrong. He goes, you are the reward. You are the reward. And he is my angel. I could not have made it through the pain and lived through, you know, every single day without my husband, my biggest cheerleader, believing in me, encouraging me, and loving me, and these girls. Yeah.
Okay. People are just answering your questions. And someone said, is having a guide dog what you imagined, or if it was not what you imagined?
No, it's not what I imagined. I didn't have any idea what it would be like, and Antonia changed my life, and I wouldn't have this YouTube channel if it had not been for her, which Antonia is in this necklace I have around my neck, you guys, so she's always and forever in my heart, my guiding angel, Antonia Hope, and she gives me hope still every day, and she changed my life, and Arabella is now changing my life, continuing to change my life.
Okay. Sorry, some people were saying questions. You ask some questions.
He says, what's your favorite Bible verse? I'm very inspired by your faith.
Psalms 91. I can quote the entire chapter for you if you like. When I was in the 6th grade, I went to a Christian school at that time. I ended up going to public school later, but the teacher I had in 6th grade had all of us students learn, each week we had to learn a verse of Psalms 91. And I just thought it was schoolwork, you know, to learn and, you know, whatever. So I, of course, memorized eventually we ended up memorizing the entire chapter. And then it actually became my favorite scripture because the scripture is so powerful and it has amazing, like, just meaning and inspiration and encouragement to when you're going through something that's really difficult, and it's given me comfort. And when I would have an eye surgery, which I had several eye surgeries, it became my scripture that when they were putting me to sleep, you know, with anesthesia, I would start quoting Psalms 91, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the northern pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold to receive the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Psalm 91, my scripture.
This is more lighthearted. But Riley Freeburn says, hey, just wondering if you can wish me a happy birthday. I'm in the hospital right now for treatment. It would mean the world to me.
His name again?
Riley Freeburn.
Riley, oh my goodness. I'm praying for you with whatever you're in the hospital for, your treatment. Happy birthday, number one. It's I know it's not a great place to be celebrating a birthday. Not fun. I'm so sorry. I wish I could be there and we could sing happy birthday. Girls, you want to sing?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I'm nearest to the mic.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ready, girls?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Riley. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I pray that you get feeling better and you can get out of the hospital soon, okay?
Someone said that's my mom's favorite too. It's handwritten by her in front of my Bible.
Oh, that is awesome.
Someone said, wow, you guys are still alive. Yeah. Someone said, you're great singers. Macy said, hi, y'all, in Southern accent.
Hi, y'all.
We love you, Macy. Moon Bunny asked, do you put on your own makeup?
I do. But I do have, Isabella is an amazing makeup artist, so if I do everything myself, and then she comes in and like today and did more like detailed eyeshadow, and she kind of fills in my eyebrows, but I do mascara, I can do lipstick, I do lipstick, foundation, powder, I use like powder finish and blush, lipstick, mascara, I can do basic, I do more basic eyeshadow, like what you see every day, like normal stuff, like even in my normal videos or whatever, it's just my artistic ability that I apply blindly, and I do it through feel, touch and feel, and then I learn through like doing it trial and error, and then I ask, like my husband actually, George, is the first one before my girls were able to do makeup. Like my husband is the one who would do all my special eye makeup. He's amazing. Like you guys need to see him as a man.
I used to think all daddies could do makeup.
Yeah.
Me too.
He would do the girls for Halloween. I remember even the girls 3 years old sitting on the kitchen counter. My husband sitting there. I wish we had YouTube back then, right? Yeah. And like sitting there and like doing the girls' eyeshadow and mascara because I couldn't see to do it. And so he's amazing at doing makeup. And so yeah, he can apply my false lashes when I have a special.
There's a video real far back.
If you guys actually go
really far back.
No, but it's on one of my playlists, like maybe the Ross family, or more about blind joy. There's a video where it says, or if you just type in YouTube, just type in husband applies blind wife false lashes. You'll see my husband putting my false lashes on. That was like 4 years ago.
Okay, so Riley has a really good question. I have a question that's really weird, but when you cry, do tears come out?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, actually.
We were talking about that today in the
We were just talking about that because someone had asked me, do blind people cry tears? I don't know from other, I can only speak from my own.
Riley also said that happy birthday was the best.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But I do cry. I don't produce a lot of tears in my left eye. So if I was like really crying, you guys, like I have tears pouring. It's weird. My right eye was my bad eye. Like I've never seen in my right eye. And I will have tears that will stream down my right eye, but my left eye, it just waters, but I don't have a lot of tears in my left. So yeah. But tear ducts and blindness are different. So they're separate. So,
okay. Izzy, you want to read some
I
questions?
think it's winding down. And we
need to go pack.
I mean, I've got a lot packed.
And most of my
last
stuff
night,
is all packed,
so
so that was good. So anyone have any last questions before we end it and say goodnight? And it was so fun. And if you guys want us to do more of these, let us know because it's fun chatting.
Yeah,
with you.
it's like that.
It's fun. It's like we're actually here in our living room.
Joel said, will you think that next video you could paint and make a video of it? I like to paint.
I think it'd be interesting.
I mean, we've done videos with me drawing, and it's interesting. Yeah, we could try one. It would be fun to try if you guys would like to see it. My blind viewers wouldn't really get anything out of it except y'all describing what it looks like. So,
Macy said you guys should do a bird box challenge.
Bird box challenge. My every day of my life is a bird box challenge, you guys.
Landon said.
Instead of Joy Ross, it's Bob Ross. That's so funny.
And Jess said, do you travel a lot, sending love from Australia?
Do I travel? I don't travel. I mean, we travel in the States a lot, you know, right? But we don't like travel outside the country. I want to travel more. My husband has traveled a ton outside the country. He used to live in Italy and England, and yeah, I know I would love to travel more. We want to go, right? I want to travel.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't like planes. Woo, scare me. I get anxiety.
I don't like takeoff. After that, I'm great.
Turbulence. Oh, when we were on the plane coming here, we like this thing called wake where you go behind like another plane.
In front of you and you kind of in the plane drops.
Yeah, and we just kept dropping and dropping. We were like terrified.
Oh my gosh, but no, I would like to travel more. Yeah, and people are like, why do you want to travel? People are like, people are just just not. I won't say stupid, but they just like they just think because you're blind, you shouldn't do this. There's people who say like, oh, I don't even know why the blind girl, why does she want to go to the mall? Like, why is she even there? Like, why does she should never go anywhere without some person with her. Like, like people just make these comments like, why does she want to even travel? She's blind. What is she going to see? And like, things like that. But blind people enjoy travel. I mean, a lot of people.
We should,
because it's not just about seeing. It's about
the
experiencing. It's being in a new place, and new sounds, language, accents. Yeah, food.
Yeah, Jess says, "Oh, come to Australia, please." Which I know.
Yes.
Australia.
Yes.
I mean, bugs.
We're afraid of bugs and things like that.
Well, Isabel's also really afraid of bugs on this trip. If there's any bees, she's like.
The most awful bees here.
Also, I missed.
Disney vlogs.
Oh, we love Disney, you guys.
We should do some Disney vlogs.
If the girls could travel to all the Disneys all around the world, we would do that.
Sandy Soares says, been watching you since you guys had 20,000 subscribers, and I have over 100,000. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was last year we hit 20, which...
Juan asked what time is it over there? 11:02.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a hot second.
It's 144 minutes. We gotta...
Okay, we need to hold our horses, guys.
So, yeah. I don't know if we're going to get any sleep tonight, but...
Oh, I'm not sleeping.
Sometimes it's worse. I feel like...
I do sleep.
You guys, being blind, too, is hard for me to get to sleep at night because I can't, see dark. So, it's hard for my brain to understand nighttime. I really... And I know there's a lot of people in the blind community who's like me. We kind of are awake more in the night, and... I know, I'm fine in the day, but I would rather, sleep in the mornings and sleep till 11 in the morning. That would be my ideal day. Stay up late. In the summer, on the holidays, girls and I stay up sometimes at 4 in the morning, don't we, girls?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We love staying up late at night. Last night, it was probably 2 in the morning that we went to sleep, and we were up at 8 o'clock this morning, so.
Okay, Riley said, oh, it's about to show up. It's not showing up on your thing. Says, I hope you have the best night, and thanks for the get well and B-Day wishes. Love you. You gave me hope to keep pushing, and I hope to keep pushing. I hope you guys remember me. And then Anthony Cornita donated $2 and said, love you, good night.
Thank you. Love you guys. Good night. Sweet dreams wherever you live in the world, or happy good day. It's so weird.
Good day, good night, wherever you are in the world.
We love you, and
Sam Houston said, Philippians 4:13 for a good night's rest.
Thank you. All right, love you guys so much, and thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah.
Oh, also, someone has a really quick question. Femia Rain said, I just downloaded Be My Eyes. How can I be the best volunteer?
Be My Eyes, you guys. If you want to help others,
Arabella's getting up. She knows this.
You can volunteer on this app, Be My Eyes. And hi, baby, come here. Come here. You want to hop up here with me? Come here. So go see. Come here. Oh my girl, you look at her.
She's so tired.
Be My Eyes is a volunteer app. So look at her curled up into this ball next to me in this chair. So look, oh, so sweet. Look at her. She's like, y'all, let's go to bed. And anyway, so it's a FaceTime basically, but not a FaceTime. It's a back-facing camera, so you don't have to be seen. And the blind person will go into this app, request a call. So you just call someone in the world on your time zone, or it could be across the world, but basically up when you're up. And they can answer your call, and they can answer any of your questions if it's figuring out colors or directions, reading something, can you read anything, so, or whatever. It's awesome. What I would say if you're volunteering on an app like that is to be descriptive as much as you can. Just, if they're asking for details on something or whatever, just describe. So that's it. Just be very detailed, and I think that's the best thing for me as a completely blind person is the more details you can give me, the more I can imagine or envision, and especially when it comes to like scenery or clothes or things like that. So yeah.
Okay, all right, just a couple I want to end up here with. Just to continue talking with Riley Freeburn, she just said, I also want to tell you about the sickness I have. It's called sickle cell anemia.
I did a whole research project on that in my science class.
Yeah, in science class.
So I did like a whole big
hard,
test on it.
Disease to deal with, and it's really risky. And I really pray the best for you.
Oh my goodness.
I learned about all the symptoms and everything.
And then the other one I wanted to acknowledge is 105 DNC says, I began, or 1005, sorry, NDC. I began watching you last night, and in my depression, you've sparked light.
Oh my goodness, see, that's inspiring to me, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not here just to entertain you, even though I love making people smile, and I love bringing you joy. I love bringing you joy, but I want to, inspire you and to never give up hope, no matter what you're facing. We're going through, there is always hope, and like even my mom, she's going through this cancer right now, and I'm encouraging her, and it's hard when you're the one going through something to encourage yourself, and when everything around you is just telling you that it's not going to change. I know what that's like. It's never going to get better. There's no hope. You just have to speak what you believe. I say believing is seeing. Have faith. Keep holding on to that faith, right? That it is going to change, and if that circumstance doesn't change, that God's going to bring something beautiful from it, and just never give up, right? There's always hope, and yeah, so just knowing that I'm inspiring you to keep moving forward, you inspire me to keep moving forward, okay? So.
And then keep looking at Mom's Instagram. You guys can go in there, and we'll keep you updated.
And I pray for you. And I pray for you guys.
See, we think alike. Sorry, Isabel commented the same thing I just said at the same time. We didn't even talk about it.
But I do pray for you guys all the time, and yeah, I just want to be more than just, a creator. I want to be someone that you guys can come to, turn to, and I'm praying for you. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we love you guys so much.
I love you guys too through all of your comments, and they're cheering you guys on with me. So. Girls,
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Arabella, let's go get in bed, okay?
Oh, she's so sweet.
Do you want to go? Oh, look at her. Do you want to go get a treat? Do you want to go get a treat? Can I kiss? Can I kiss? Can I kiss?
Oh, she's too much. No, I think she's too.
I love you. You love me? Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
Georgiana, say good night.
Good night.
All right, bye. Love ya.
Okay, we will see you guys another live, and if you guys want to do more of these.
Yeah, it's really fun.
We should do it maybe once a week.
Yeah, or maybe once a month, because, it's lengthy. Yeah.
But we'd love to do this, yeah.
All right.
Okay. We love you guys so much.
All right, thank you guys for staying on here with us, and especially the great thanks to our moderators.
Yes,
doing so amazing.
You guys were awesome. Appreciate it so much.
All right.
Okay, well,
Who's videoing?
Isabella.
You said you're all. Okay.
Me, Isabella. I'm supposed to say my name.
Switched on me too.
Yeah.
Yes, we did, ma'am.
Okay.
2 hours.
Okay,